Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again. It's time for Dee IceCats hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me as we're getting ready to go here at Athens Ford Arena, all the way out here in Athens, Georgia. That's right, the Rock Lobsters once again playing host to your Dee IceCats. It's the first of two on the weekend tonight and tomorrow night. Little weekend set between these two teams. And Dee comes in having won 2 out of 3 last weekend against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. We're going to talk a lot more about the Danbury Hat-Tricks because instead of doing our usual table setting, talking about Athens, well, we have some big news that we have to cover from this week, and Dee announcing trades. That's right, not one, but a couple of trades and a signing to boot. And they're pretty seismic shakeups to this lineup. And we are going to talk to head coach Gary Graham in just a little bit. We're going to get his take on the trades, what these players bring to the organization. But let's go back and revisit what happened this week for this IceCats organization. First of all, in a big trade, the biggest probably of the week, with the Danbury Hat-Tricks, goaltender Ricardo Gonzalez and forward Eli Rivers traded to Danbury in exchange for forwards Alexander Legkov and Drew Welsh. Legkov will be in the lineup here tonight. Now, Welsh was injured before the trade. He will remain out of the lineup, but Legkov will make his debut tonight. We'll talk about him in just a moment. Then another trade. Defenseman Konstantin Chernuk traded to Watertown for defenseman Dominic Della Civita. And Della Civita is here, will be in uniform for the game tonight. Additionally, the IceCats signed defenseman Javier Abdallah to a standard player contract. He came all the way over from Europe, was actually playing in Eastern Europe, so not in the lineup tonight. Really just trying to shake off the effects of the jet lag of traveling halfway around the world to get here to Athens. He is here, but will not play here this evening. Also, James Spagarin has gone back to finish his coaching duties with his junior team in San Diego, so he is not with the organization as well, and Chance Adrian did get hurt during the week in practice. So it's kind of an interesting setup here for this IceCats team because they're trying to shuffle a bunch of new players into the lineup, figure out where everybody belongs, and then try to get everything good to go here for this game tonight against Athens. But Legkov is probably the biggest story here, the acquisition coming in. He's 6'2", joins this team, 19 goals, 43 points on the season already. And that alone drops him right into the lead in scoring on this team. Dominic Marcinkiewicz, 32 points. Of course, he missed 6 games due to suspension. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, 35 points. But coming in at 43 and already to 19 goals on the year, Legkov is the big prize here and is going to give this Dee offense an even bigger boost. And that's going to be absolutely massive for this IceCats team as they look forward to trying to, win more hockey games here down the stretch. It is a packed and difficult division. Dee recognizes, and again, Gary Graham's going to expand on this, but they recognize that they have to do something to not only keep pace, but continue to get better. So we're going to talk to Gary here in just a moment. We're going to talk about the rest of the trades, the rest of the players coming in. Dominic Della Civita also dropping into the lineup. Should give this team a more physical presence as well. But let's go ahead and have a chat with Gary Graham. Then on the other side of that, we are going to get ready to go here for first period action in just a little bit. So stay tuned. There's plenty more coming your way here on this Powers Properties pregame show. Athens and Dee head-to-head tonight and tomorrow night. We're back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides professional deep cleaning services and comprehensive care for a cleaner, healthier home. Butler's Men's Shop, your one-stop shop for men. Everything from tuxedos and suits to sportswear. We have it all. Integrative Health Solutions, your partners in health.
Life happens on your floors, but when dirt, spills, and messes take over, it's time to call the experts. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides a deep cleaning technology that removes dirt and allergens, leaving your floors fresh and spotless. Breathe easier and enjoy a cleaner, healthier home with Stanley Steamer. Call or visit us online today. Stanley Steamer, your home deserves it. In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
At Integrative Health Solutions, your health is our top priority. With our multimodal, polytherapeutic approach, we offer a wide range of services tailored just for you. From chiropractic adjustments to nutritional counseling and innovative therapies like low-level laser and dry needling, we are here to enhance your well-being. Take charge of your health with Integrative Health Solutions. Visit us today and discover a healthier you.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special, and just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment, from our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
What we've been missing, what we've been lacking, how we want to play systematically, trying to find the right pieces that can play in that system. And I feel like we obviously upgraded in those departments. It's never easy moving quality guys like those three. I love all three of those guys. I wish them nothing but the best. But of course, in this business, as you know, Tom, you got to be willing to give up good stuff to get things that you need in return. So it was nice. It was a lot of work that went in behind the scenes to making those deals happen. But we're extremely excited for the new guys coming in.
You picked up a couple of guys from Danbury, and I'm going to ask you about each of them, but I mean, Alexander Legkov is a guy who I know that you're pretty excited about.
Yeah, for sure. Getting a chance to see him, obviously 3 straight games last week, to see the type of player that he is. He plays the game offensively the way that I like to play it. You know, he's got good puck protection skills. He's able to create. He's got good vision. I feel like a lot this year, you know, we've been missing that extra pass, that extra play that needs to be made, and so you need those extra playmakers. I think again it also gives a little bit more depth on our second line. You know, so again, teams can't necessarily shut down the Twins' line. You know, we can put Lakeoff on a different line. Now all of a sudden we can get a little bit better matchups too as well.
Wanted to ask you, the other players you picked up, Matt Gilbert and Dominic Della Savita coming in, and you signed Xavier Abdella to a contract as well. So talk about what they're going to bring to the fold.
Well, Dela's, again, a very good skating D. He's got good vision, good puck-moving offensive capabilities. Again, that's something we want to get some more offense going from our blue line, and Deli can definitely do that. Whereas Xavier, he's kind of what we lack right now on our team. He's probably the only guy that's won a championship, I think, on our entire team. So he's won a championship in Danbury. He knows what it takes. He's a steady, kind of quiet leader in the room, goes about his business, very well liked, kind of a glue guy in the room. So again, I'll bring an extra kind of good voice to our room, kind of a calming presence to him. Gilly's got a lot of exciting. He's very fast, kind of like a TJ Prexer, right shot, right winger. Again, with losing Spatafor last week, or Spagan, I forget how to pronounce his name, 15, James.
Spagarin.
Yes, Spagarin. James is what I call him. But, you know, James was a really fast right shot, right winger. Obviously, we gave him a look. Losing him, now we bring in a guy like Gilly, and again, we're excited to give him a chance to get evaluated.
And as I mentioned, I mean, this is a really different roster. I mean, legitimately, 4 new guys. You have to figure out how to mix in. How do you do that?
Well, it's challenging. You know, we try not to change too much with the forward chemistry. You know, we're not going to play both new D tonight in the lineup. We're only going to play one. We're going to let the other one kind of get, these guys had a lot of travel. So again, we're trying to have a communication with both of them as to who felt more up to play tonight, obviously, because we have 7. One of them had to play. So tonight, Xavier will be up in the stands kind of watching the game. He had a far trip from Croatia, a lot of travel there, so trying to get his legs, making sure he's comfortable coming into the lineup. And then, of course, Gilly's going to see the ice tonight. Lakeoff will see the ice tonight, and Della Savita will be on the back end.
And the other thing, too, for fans to know is I'm sure subject to change, right? You're going to be doing a lot of figuring it out.
Well, I think, again, we have to give this group, when you make big moves like this, now we got to get the chemistry down, right? And of course, as fans and as coaches, we want that to happen, of course, ASAP.
Right.
Sometimes that works right away, sometimes it doesn't. You got to work through things. Obviously, these guys got to learn the systems. That's the biggest thing. We got to make sure that we're all on the same page, and that's where the coaching comes in.
So all that in the background, Gary, what are the keys to the game tonight?
Well, special teams. This is a team that could really hurt you on the power play. We've run into some issues against this team when we've taken undisciplined penalties and then they make us pay. We have to stay away from that. We can't be giving a team like Athens a 5-on-3. We got to keep our mouths shut, not talk back to the referees. We got to try to play this game as a 5-on-5 game, taking care of the puck and our forecheck. Those are probably the 3 keys.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, we're back with the drop of the puck. Athens and PD coming up next. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Evening Shade Incorporated. Trusted team with over 2 decades of experience. Gorget Distilling Company. Revolutionize your spirit. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer. Serving South Carolina since 1992. Kimbrell's Furniture. Affordable home furnishings. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and Suntech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
At Kimbrell's, we believe that you deserve furniture that's as unique as your family. From comfortable sofas and love seats to chairs, tables, rugs, entertainment centers, and recliners you'll never want to leave. We have everything you need to create the living room of your dreams. Check out the Kimbrell's website for inspiration or stop by and see everything for yourself.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla, California.
I want fajitas cocoon. I get burrito from Terra.
Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Teamer with a double liner for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Teamer, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved.
Pala PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we have just finished our national anthem as we're getting ready to go here tonight as the PD IceCats getting set to take on the Athens Rock Lobsters. And we've got our tiny little Cub Scout color guard just leaving the ice. Many, 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 many moons ago, I myself was also a Cub Scout. I remember. All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Seminar Brewing. And so the new line's going into effect here this evening. Also new D pair. And it's going to start with a shift. Timur Razilov is now paired with Dominic Della Civita. He'll wear number 4. And Della Savita will be out there with Razilov since Konstantin Chernuk has now been traded to Watertown. So we'll see how this pair starts itself out. That's one for us to keep an eye on. Also, the forward line here is a little bit different. It's going to be Houston Wilson out there with Trevor Lord and Alexander Legkov. So that answers that question of whether or not the Marcinkiewicz twins were going to play with Legkov. Legkov is playing on the left side here for this. Wilson will center, Lord on the right side. And then in net, it is Matt Sales getting the start. We'll get to his stats here. Actually, we've got a quick second. 3-3-0 this year for Sales coming into this game. And really a big goaltending matchup again tonight. Carter McPhail starting it out for Athens. And so between the two of these goaltenders, we know how key it is in this matchup for these guys to always be on top of their game. And, well, we'll see who gets the better of the duel tonight right away. Here comes Wilson moving in, fanned on a shot, and then he battled to get the puck back. Does a backhand that was blocked on the way through. And Athens is going to go to work trying to get this puck out of the zone, but pinching down for the right point. Unable to keep it in was Della Savita. It bounces away to center and is deflected back in. Far side Virgili into the PD zone. As it's played around the wall and back out to center, Garcia has to loop all the way back into the Athens end. Just 40 seconds into this first period. First period action brought to you by your GMC area dealers. Now here comes Athens up the left wing side. They'll try to drive in into the left side corner. Here's Patrick's Marcinkiewicz after it. Side chick centering the Marcinkiewicz twins. Dominic's with it. Try to clear hit a shin pad. Jurgenite couldn't come up with it. Bouncer. Jurgenite still swatting away. Not out of the zone. Kept in on the right side. There's a shot wide of the net. And around it comes to the near side rim. Popoff trying to play it over. Marcinkiewicz up the right wing to brother Dominic's. Dominic's stops on the wall. Chips at Patrick's. Tried to send it back to him. Intercepted. And the Rock Lobsters will come back the other way. Far side, a chance, and they score. Oh, my. Brandon Walker with a wrist shot after a collision on the far side that jarred the puck loose. Walker found room on the left side post. Sales did not seal it off short side. Walker, just 1:24 into the game, gives Athens a 1-0 lead. So Athens out to the first goal of the game, and boy, when they strike early, you have to watch out. You don't want these guys gathering momentum. PD is going to push back the other way. Frolov chasing one into the Athens zone. Turned over. Here's a chance. Carl Frolov. Carl! Oh, it was turned away on the goal crease. One of the defensemen made a stop there for Athens. McPhail was down and out. That was actually pushed out of the crease by Johansson. Oh, my goodness. We should have had a tie hockey game. Puck bounced back the other way. PD at center here with it. Left side, Gullo chipping it into space looking for Frolov. McPhail out to paddle it around the wall. Right point. Puck is kept in by McGill Diaz. Around the rim it goes. Johansson up with it. He'll dump it in from center over the head of Sales. Comes around to the near side glass. Lukariev tied up by Lord. Puck free to Wilson. Wilson will wedge it into the left side corner. And they will call that an icing. Yes, Houston Wilson didn't quite make it to the stripe at center there. So the puck drop will come all the way back into the IceCats end of things. Face-off coming out to the left of Sales. Wilson trying to direct a little traffic here. Wants Legkov to be aware of the creeping wing over there. That is Malik Johnson. Puck moved away, and Trevor Lord will carry it to center. Ahead, Volkov will tip it down. And into the left side corner it goes. Wilson trying to get after it. Legkov tied up on the left side wall. He's trying to push that one around behind the net. He does. Chased on to the near side here. Walker around the rim, or roller. That is tipped back into the PD end. Della Savita tying his man up. Virgili on the near side, put behind the net. Razilov is going to loop out the left wing, and his pass picked off. There's a quick shot. Sales out to make the save. Jumping down from the right point. Carter Shinkarik read that Kind of like a defensive back who read the quarterback's eyes, jumped in front of that pass and got himself a pretty good scoring chance out of it, but Sales up to the task. 3 minutes into this first period, 1-0 Athens. And the face-off here will be coming up again to the left of Sales. Zychik sweeps it back. Jurgenite around the boards. Glove down, not out. Athens able to keep it in. Zychik will try the near side. Feeds Jurgenite. Jurgenite around to Popoff. Popoff will just lift it out of the zone. A bouncer through center. And down into the Athens end. Zychik up on the forecheck here. Deflects a pass, but it still makes it out to center. And now it's turned over again to PD. Jurgenite off the linesman out through center. Dominic Marcinkiewicz knocked down. Puck in on McPhail, who will elect to cover. Zychik wasn't necessarily coming in close, but as McPhail took his time deciding what to do, then put his mid over it. And he collects the whistle for the defensive zone draw. Now he's having a chat with the referee. I don't know, perhaps the ref would have liked to have seen him move that puck with the time he has, because I'll tell you, McPhail does not look like he likes what's being said here. You never know, he could be getting a warning that that's close to a delay of game. And that is a thing. If goaltenders take too long to move the puck, even when they're being told they should move it, they can give you a delay of game penalty for it. That is super rare to see, but it has happened. Puck is chopped back into the PD IceCats end here. Athens with an early 1-0 lead here in the first. Bedard trying to move it out up the right side wall. Gullo helping him out. His left wing lead, a little too far for Frolov. McPhail comes way out to play it to the line. Gullo steps up, keeps it in, pokes it towards the slot. Bounced away from Carl. And now back comes Athens. He'll dump it into the far side corner. The bouncer over there, McGill Diaz up the far boards. Puck still not out, kept into the right point. Milan will put it around the rim, roller to the near side corner. It's out up on the wall. Milan into the slot. That one deflected away. McGill Diaz a swat, gets it ahead to Carl. He'll break up the right side, get to the stripe at center, and flip that one in on goal. Lord coming in as he forces the play back up the near side. Glukariev caught from behind by Lord. They battle all the way through center. Puck continues on into the PD zone, but finally IceCats recover and send it back out. 4.5 gone here in the first. 1-0 Athens. Houston Wilson tried to pass back to the D, but he hit the linesman in the skates and a little frustrated with that. That forces PD all the way back behind its own net to regroup. Della Savita, left side. Wilson into space. Legkov charging in down the left wing side. Curls waiting for a little help. He's pinned up by Virgili on the left half wall. Wilson pushes it behind the net. Garcia there first for Athens. He'll backhand it along out to center. Johnson slides it to an open side. Virgili in over the line. Cut into the slot. Couldn't get a shot away. Cleared to the line. Garcia holding it in. Around to the wall it comes near side, sent to the side of the net, bouncing right in the slot. Loose puck still there. Finally swatted away to the right point, not out of danger though. Sails out to poke it away. Puck deflected around to the near side, and Lord will at least get it over the blue line. Sent right back in by Walker though, who's got the only goal of the game so far. 1-0 Athens. PD on the change here. Mack deflecting that pass through center. Rock Lobsters in the middle of a change as Jurgenite steps up. Pushes his man offside. That allows play to continue the other way now. PD moving up. Dominic Marcinkiewicz in with a wrist shot. McPhail the save, and he'll hold on to the rebound. A little bit of collision on the far side wall there between Neely and Dominic Marcinkiewicz. But they'll separate, and that's going to get us to a break. 5:51 into this first period. 1-0 Rock Lobsters in the lead. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Del Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Del Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
And we are back in first period action, brought to you by your area GMC dealers. 1-0 Athens. 5:51 into the first period. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us. Athens tonight, Athens tomorrow night on this weekend 2-game set here at Athens Ford Arena. Face-off will be coming up to the right of Carter McPhail in the Rock Lobsters net. Zajac in between the Marcinkiewicz twins. Popoff and Jurgenite back there on D. Puck down finally, controlled by PD. And whoop, here we go. All right, Dominik Marcinkiewicz is going to go all the way out to center ice here with Carter Shinkaruk in what I can only tell you is a prearranged bout. They go right to the dot. Here we go. Dominik goes in, lunging in with the left, a wild swinging left, and Shinkaruk with a right back in there, and they both go down. Well, if you want to know the history on that one, Dominik Marcinkiewicz, as I mentioned, just came back from a 6-game suspension, and it was for a hit in the game against Athens. And that right there is just part of the code of the game. Shinkaruk, as the captain, asked Marcinkiewicz to answer the bell for the hit. That's how you take care of it. I feel like both of them would have liked things to probably last a little bit longer as far as being able to settle it, because Marcinkiewicz, I give him credit. I mean, he's a little guy, but boy, he went in there hard at Shinkaruk, lunging in with a left. And those twins are not afraid of anything. They are just not. So they went in heavy, and, you know, that's it. So Athens controlling the puck. There's a shot towards the net. That one is knocked away. Popoff over after it. They both get 5 for fighting, by the way. And so we are 5-on-5. Athens will put the puck out through center. Dump back in as the puck turned towards the line, and whoop, we got a penalty coming up here, but who's it against? Because that whistle took a while. It's a tripping call. Well, it's against Popoff. So the first power play of the game for either side belongs to Athens. 6:42 into the first period. Well, this game has always the chance to boil over, to get rambunctious, because these two teams see each other a lot as it is. So the animosity is definitely there. But now the first power play of the night, that means a Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill for this PD team. As it's cleared along a stanchion, kicked right back to Zajac. That was a fortunate bounce. He's able to skate it out up the left wing. Long range wrister glove at his side by McPhail, and he held it long enough to get the whistle there and then decided to play it, but whistle blows. PD on the penalty kill this year, 81.8%. That is third in the FPHL. The power play for Athens, 22.7%. That ranks 6th in the league. Face-off coming up to the right of McPhail in the shorthanded situation. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz out there. Won the draw over to the wall, but there was nobody on that left side. He's out there with Houston Wilson here as it's put in off the shaft of McGill Diaz stick into the PD bench. And we'll get another face-off. Coach Gary Graham making sure a young fan gets that puck as a souvenir. Got to build those memories. The kids, you know, they love that stuff. Getting a puck tossed to them over the glass. That's something they'll think about and talk about for a long time. 7:05 into this first period. 1-0 Athens there on the power play for the next minute and a half here now. Popoff in the box for tripping. Johnson in on the left wing side. Mack feeding it up top. Feed down low, and Milan couldn't get it to go. He'll loop it around to the far side. All the way through the slot, over to the near dot. Mack looking up top, cross-ice feed, bounces off the corner, and again, Athens will try to regroup here. Johnson feeding it up top. Milan fakes a slapper. Pass tipped on the near side, but picked up by Mack. Mack towards the side of the net, tried to go short side, put it off the outside of the bar. Miguel Diaz, puck loose, right at the side of the net. Sales able to cover it up. He'll hang on to get a whistle here. 55 seconds to go on the power play. 7:48 into the first period. Sails out to his left for the draw. And I got to reset everybody here real quick. All right. Puck down, and again, face-off won by Zajac, ramped around Jurgenite, hit a body at the line, keeping it in up top there. Athens will send it back into the corner. Jurgenite battling, Zajac far side, bouncing it around. Maye able to hold it in, back to the corner to Jurgenite again. He'll try that same side again, and finally it is fired on down the ice with a little bit of help there from Nick Gullo. Athens with the final. Rush up the ice here, left side. 25 seconds left in the power play as Maye into the zone. Right side corner, and it's slapped away onto the near side. Razilov hustling over, trying to move it free. Instead, it's Lowell back with it. Cross ice feed deflects up in the air. Carl stretching for it to bounce to the line. Lowell keeps it in. Here's a chance on the right side. Athens has to hurry, though. Time ticking down to this power play. Puck up top, Glukaria fakes a shot over to the near side, and that is ripped wide. Out of the box comes Popoff. Power play is over as the puck cleared out and flipped down the ice. No icing here. Popoff came out of the box and put a hit in to Neely that knocked his bucket off, so he's got to go to the bench. Dumped it back into the PD end here as we return to 5-on-5 hockey. A clearing attempt hits Glukaria on the near side. And Lord can't get to it. Miguel Diaz trying to poke it back towards him. Broken stick on a slash there from Mack. No call. He just chopped Miguel Diaz's stick in half. Lord in the right wing will pop it into the corner up with Frolov. Puck on the far side. Wilson into the pile. A bouncer towards the line. Leg call. Popped it up in the air. Comes down Bedard at the right point with a low shot wide of the net. But it's hoovered up off the ice anyway by McPhail. And he'll hang on. 28 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this first period. Stays 1-0 Athens. Shots actually 4-3 in favor of PD. And it's the first spin out there for number 10, Matt Gilbert. Gilbert from Wyandotte, Michigan. 6-footer. As you heard Gary Graham say, knows him from Pensacola. Did play 3 games this year with Binghamton. And he did play 5 years of D3 at Anna Maria College, so we'll see what he gets. Number 10 out there on the left side. He's got the puck in the corner. Feeds it around to the left point to Miguel Diaz. He'll swing it low. Around to the right side it goes. Turned to the line, not out. Bedard a shot, deflected into the slot. Ends up back with Gullo, and he risks one wide. And now running into the goaltender is what happens there. And Gilbert's going to go to the box for it. It's going to be a goaltender interference. And a power play when we come back. 9:59 to go on the first. 1-0 Athens. They go back to the power play. This is IceCats hockey.
Do you love disc golf? Smiling Skull Disc Golf is a pro shop for disc golfers of all skill levels and budgets. We carry hundreds of discs from many different manufacturers, including plastic glow discs for those winter evening rounds. Whether you have been birdie hunting for years or you're seeking your first putter, our knowledgeable staff can help find the perfect disc for you. We also carry carts, bags, retrievers, grip enhancers, and more. Smiling Skull Disc Golf, where customers are valued and we seek to find you eternal happiness.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure. At PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
And we're back here at Athens Ford Arena. Tom Callahan here with you as we are about halfway through this first period. 9:59 showing on the clock. Matt Gilbert has picked up 2 for goaltender interference. Second power play of the night for the Rock Lobsters. They're 0 for 1. Well, you certainly don't want to keep giving this team power play chances, though, especially this early in the hockey game. Their goal is an even strength goal early on. Honestly, not a lot of shots here, just 7 through the first half of this game, and it hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of them in the last couple of minutes whatsoever. Face-off will be Zajac in there, and across from Van Durken. Van Durken winning it back. Athens will go to work setting up shop on the power play here. Tied up on the near wall. Gullo digging at it. Got it ahead to Zajac. Zajac will try to skate through the D. Can't do it as he's ridden off the puck. And the Rock Lobsters will go to work resetting the breakout here. There's a left side lead ahead to Van Durken. He'll swing it around behind the net. Right side Glukariev with it. Around to the right point. Maye holds on. Feeds it down to Glukariev. Right half wall into the slot. Van Durken tips it up. Maye down to the top of the circle. A shot. Shoulder save. Sales. Rebound is free, and he stopped him with a left pad. Lowell was right there in tight. Sales with a good stop. Athens still with the puck. They'll cycle it up top. Glukariev onto the right half wall. Now he gets it back. Middle of the blue line. Feeds it across. Maye left circle. His shot. Glove save. Sales. And he'll get it for the whistle. Exactly 1 minute into the power play. Shinkaruk and Dominic Marcinkiewicz return to the ice. Face-off coming up to the right of Sales. Wilson in for the face-off across from Milan. Patrick Marcinkiewicz jumped early, so they're going to throw Wilson out of the face-off. And now we're trying to figure out if Wilson's into the draw or Marcinkiewicz is into the draw. Somebody make up my mind here. They waved Marcinkiewicz out of the faceoff. Now Popov has to take the faceoff, and he did a pretty good job. Got it over towards Jurgenite, and then Popov cleared it out. All right, nice job, guys. And now Athens with a quick tip, and they are back up in 2-on-1 with a shot. A blocker save. Sales rebound over to the near side. Boy, he knew Milan wanted to shoot it, and he did, and Sales was way out on the angle. Puck up top. Milan getting it across to Shinkaruk. Back over to Milan. Doesn't shoot. Looking for a tip there from Malik Johnson. Ends up on the near side. Bounce towards the line. Will it get out? Yes. Nice play by Wilson to get it ahead. Wilson hooked up. Now he's got a chance right side, but a rolling puck betrays him. And rolls away. Back comes Athens. Left side, Johnson in front. Oh, what a save of the left pad by Sales, and he's on the rebound. Carter Shinkaruk driving the net. Tipped that one. It was ticketed low far corner, but Sales with a great left pad save. 15 seconds left to go here in this first period. 1-0 Athens, or in the power play. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. 8:13 to actually go in the period. I'm just trying to get us to the end of the frame here. Draw to the right of the IceCats net. Tied up and one back now by PD. Here's Marcinkiewicz with a lead ahead. Zajac through center. Zajac just trying to kill the rest of this power play time here. He gets run into in the corner. That was a high hit. That's going to draw a penalty. Kyle Powell went in there, and he went in high. It looked like an elbow to the back of the helmet there on Zajac. Crowd's booing, but, I mean, that was pretty obvious. I don't know if they're going to call him for the hit up high or the elbow, but he goes in. .12:01, time of the penalty against Powell. See what they actually put up on the sheet here in a minute, or we'll get the call. Right off the faceoff, Marcinkiewicz tripped down, Wilson on it. Elbowing it is. Yeah, I caught that from all the way up here. Puck cleared out to center here, forcing the regroup. And that pass missed. That's going to be icing. A frustration there for the PD IceCats, but they'll have to start with a draw on their own end here. It's their first Chick-fil-A power play of the game. 22.2% on the power play this year, 7th in the league, 7th on the kill as well for the Rock Lobsters at 80.2%. Athens actually wins that draw. They get a shorthanded shot off, a right pad save for Sales. Razilov will scoop it up. He'll give it to Patrick Marcinkiewicz out there with brother Dominic's, Lord, and Wilson to complete the power play unit. Dominic's will swing it around the rim. McPhail out to play it, looking for a seam, wants to clear, and he fires it to the line, but Razilov keeps it in. Sending it left side, Patrick Marcinkiewicz with it. Patrick's over to Dominic's right side up top. Razilov over to the far dot, gets it back up top quickly. Razilov right side one time, fanned out by Dominic's into the corner. Patrick's on the rebound to Dominic's side of the net. Wilson tipped it just behind the net. Lord on the left half wall. Down low to Wilson. Wilson scoops it in front. McPhail save. Rebound. Marcinkiewicz stopped by the D. Another chance. He scores. Patrick Marcinkiewicz with a power play goal that ties this game at 1. Well, that is a huge response right there. The first power play chance of the game, and PD cashes in. Patrick Marcinkiewicz with his 16th goal of the year. So 5-on-5 here we return, but boy, that's a big one. Huge, huge goal. To get this game tied up at 1. Get back to Athens here. Carl up on the forecheck here. PD trying to keep that momentum going forward here. They move right into the Lock Lobster zone. Yeah, try that again. Athens will move it away, however, after the puck squirts out of a pile. Vergilic coming back the other way now. Pass across off the toe of Lowell. Stick and now quickly turn back. Here comes Gullo. Gullo feeds Carl left side off the toe of his stick into the left wing corner. Athens looking to move it the other way. Lowell at center. Dumped back across the line. Swatted away into the corner by Miguel Diaz. Lowell feeds it across. Shinkarik with a shot off a shin pad, kicks back across the ice, tipped in front, and that one into the netting. The deflection in front by Neely went up the glass and out of play. 5:53 to go in the first with the game tied up at 1. Face-off will be to the left of Sales. Zajac in there against Milan. And it's one back towards Jurgenite. Jurgenite skips it off the glass and down. Took an odd kick, rolling away from Zajac to the line, but not out of the zone. Here's Marcinkiewicz, left wing, moving in with a wrist shot. Just missed the net. Around to the right point, pop off, holding it in. Patrick's on the wing. He lost it, and it's cleared out by Athens. That could be icing. Jurgenite winning the race back there. Does beat Milan back for the puck. 5:31 to go in the first, tied up at 1. Wilson out there, along with Lord and Legkov. Draw to the left of McPhail. And Legkov will scoot it back to the right point. Della Savita back around the wall. Lord into the left side corner on it. Lord up top. It's deflected. Legkov feeds left point. Razilov into the right wing corner. Wilson had a stick held there, and he had to shake away from Kolatarsi. Around to the left point. Puck kept in again up top. Della Savita moving it across. Now swung to an open wing again to the right side corner. Legkov. Wilson. Wilson cycling up the wall with it into the high slot area. Wilson cutting to his right. Had it taken off his stick. And Glukariev just sent it away to center. Turned right back in. Wilson moving up on the forecheck. McPhail out to play it. Backhands it away from Wilson. And now the Rock Lobsters getting a change in behind the play as well as they direct the puck down into the PD zone. Glukariev out there looking up top. His shot save. Shields, they score. I'll tell you what, Matt Sales felt he got run into. And Dumas is going to get credit for the goal. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if you can have a goaltender interference review in this league. I feel like you could ask for one there. Sales got run into, but I don't know if it was going to prevent the puck going in the net, and I think that the referee's initial thought was to not call it, and so of course the goal counts. Sales is not happy. I wouldn't be either. Well, 2-1 Athens. They'll drive back in. Here's Garcia centering. Went right across the front of the net. Frolov's going to go back the other way. Frolov is pulled down. No call. Bedard back up the right side, and he'll wrist that one wide to the net. Around to the left point, Miguel Diaz sends it down low. That one banks away to the near side, and now Johnson turns it over. Here's Frolov with a screen. A wrist shot save made. McPhail rebound sitting there. Frolov up top. Bedard, and that one off a shin pad into the corner. Frolov around to the right point. Now to the left side. Miguel Diaz wakes, walks it down. A shot save. McPhail. Rebound chance. McPhail again to save. Ooh, quick whistle. No, whistle didn't go. Play continues. I thought the ref blew the whistle down there. And around it comes to Bedard at the point. McPhail finally holds that one. Fellow ended up taking a stick up high. Finally, the puck frozen. It's going to get us to a break here with 3:37 to go in this first period. Athens back in front now. 2-1 is your score. We'll take a break and come back with more here in just a moment. And this is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. So Dumas with assist from Mack and Glukariev, 15-20 time of the goal. And I know that is frustrating. Matt Sales, again, felt like he was bumped in the process of trying to make the save there, but there was no whistle and no indication from the referees that they felt that was the case there. Face off in the Athens zone. Rock Lobsters trying to move it out to center. They do. And a roller goes wide of Sales. And wrapped around here behind the net towards Popov. He skips out of a check. Puck up the boards. That one kept in off a body. Jurgenite's going to try the left side all the way around to the right point. Athens able to keep it in. Van Durken tried to slow it down as it rolls around. Shinkarik down for the point, run into by Jurgenite. And the puck swung to an open wing out to center. Off the stick of Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Look out into section 112 over there. 3:02 to go in this first period. Brought to you by your GMC area dealers. Athens leading 2-1. By the way, on the Patrick Marcinkiewicz power play goal, they have added assist to Wilson and Lord. Wilson out there with Lord right now, and on the right side, Legkov lining up there. Wearing number 13 for PD. Puck ends up behind the Athens net. They'll try to break out up the left side. Lucaria through center. Della Savita interrupting the pass. Wilson back after it. Tied up here, and Legkov knocked down, but got it ahead. Razilov will jump into the play, feeds Wilson on the right side. Into the slot, cleared along, it ends up on the left side. Bouncer, Lord cycles it down. Legkov couldn't come up with it. Dumas trying to clear, he gave it right back to Wilson. Turnaround chance, that was deflected behind the net. Athens will try to go the other way with it. Puck ends up out at center and fired right back in by Della Savita. And now PD heading for the change. Gullo up on the forecheck while it's moved ahead. Bedard tying up his man now. Left side Virgili in, trying to leave it around Milan. Into the left wing corner, tied up over there by Frolov. Frolov trying to bank it out. Glukariev there with him. Bedard will go the other side. Get to center with a rolling puck, just dumps it around. McPhail comes out to play it right back up the far side boards. Virgili to center, stops, waits, coughed it up on a pass there. Frolov turning. Right side, Bedard had it pulled away, and now on the left wing, Glukariev walks in, and he fanned on his shot. Sales still had to make a save. Puck goes behind him, and he's trying to hold it against the post. It's free. Wrap around attempt. They score. McGill Diaz was trying so hard to pin that puck, and Bedard was trying so hard to help Sales get his leg back to the post. McGill Diaz is down and looks to be hurt. And that is not a good sign. He's going to get up, trying to make it off the ice under his own power. The scramble continued. Mack will get credit for the goal. 18:30 time of the goal. Boy, Sales was doing everything he could, tried to get his glove on it, tried to keep the skate against the post. He sealed off the near side. But when it came free once again, the puck wrapped around to the far side, and Mack was in front and puts it away. So 3-1 now. PD trying to push back in. Puck bouncing left side. Ruzicek with an opportunity in the slot as Rishon blocked by Virgili, who will possess and move it behind the net to Kolatarsi. Shinkarik on the wall. Marcinkiewicz getting it down low. Patrick's cutting it on goal to the forehand. Carried wide. He's knocked down. Penalty coming. 55.5 seconds to go in the period. And Patrick's Marcinkiewicz draws the second power play of the game for PD, who are 1 for 1 on the power play. 19:04 time of the penalty here. Hooking is the indication. And it is going to be Kolatarsi. Second power play here, 1 for 1. Let's see if PD can strike in the minute they have before the end of the period. They move it up top. Here's Razilov. Wilson got dumped in front. Lord, shot, save made by McPhail. And Athens able to clear the puck down. Razilov will move it. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz skates it ahead himself. He'll fling it in deep. McPhail had it bounce wide of him. Wilson into the corner. Trying to come out of the pile with it. Dominik's Marcinkiewicz feeds it up top. A little too hot to handle for Lord. He's got to chase it back. 18 seconds to go in the period. They're going to have to hurry if they want one more incursion. Here's Patrick's Marcinkiewicz to Dominik's down the right side. Dominik's tied up on the boards. Lost it. Flipped out to center. That'll do it for the period. So it's going to be a 3-1 lead into the locker room here. Sales out for a puck handling adventure. Mack with time running down. A shot at the horn. Sales makes the save. I almost counted my chickens before they hatched right there. The remaining 5 seconds should not have been that much of an adventure. But carry over some power play time, if you will. 1 minute, 5 seconds into period number 2 for this PD IceCats team. Unfortunately, though, for PD, they also carry over a 3-1 deficit. And they're going to have to see if they can figure out a way to get things going for themselves here in period number 2. The good news is that they do indeed start with the chance to really get off on the right skate because they have that power play time that carries over. So that makes things a little bit brighter for them, but I'm sure head coach Gary Graham will have plenty to say and a lot of thoughts as he talks to his team here after 20 minutes. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we will wrap up the scoring for you. Plus, we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We will have an update, although it's not underway yet and won't be for probably another 40 minutes, of the Oregon-Indiana game once that gets going. But NHL, FPHL, and a whole lot more coming your way. So stay tuned. 20 minutes in the books. 3-1, Athens in the lead. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And welcome back here on IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you being a part of the broadcast. Whether you're listening in on the radio side, our official broadcast partner, Cumulus Radio, or, of course, tuning us in on YouTube, where I know many of you are watching this game here from Athens Ford Arena. Not the best news after 20 minutes, where right now it is 3-1. Athens Rock Lobsters leading your PD IceCats. However, plenty of hockey left to go in this one. These same two teams again at it again tomorrow night at 7:05. But tonight, one period in, let's take a look at the scoring summary here for you. Athens kicked it off just 1:25 into the hockey game. And a bit of a seeing eye wrist shot from Brandon Walker on the right side. It was his first goal of the year. And not entirely sure. Tried to watch the replay on this one. But at the left post, it looked like Matt Sales, I thought had sealed it off, but somehow the puck finds a little bit of daylight in there. And it squeezes through. And it happened after a collision. There was a collision in that far circle. And the puck just kind of sat there for a second while swooping in on that right point. Down comes Walker. And he puts the shot on net. In it goes. And just 1:25 in, it's 1-0. Athens in the lead. Neely and Van Durken picking up the assists on that goal. PD would tie the game at 1. A power play goal at 13-14. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, his 16th of the season from Wilson and Lord. And just persistence paying off for the PD power play. They continued to just pummel pucks at the net, get into piles, go to places, look for chances, rebounds, opportunities. Finally, they're able to put one home. And Marcinkiewicz, the goal scorer, tying the game at 1. But two late goals in the final 5 minutes by Athens. The first at 15-20, and that one, Dumas with the goal on a goal mouth scramble. Sales felt he might have been interfered with. The referees clearly did not feel that way. They never even made a gesture towards it or any thought of goaltender interference. So Dumas with the goal, assisted by Glukariev and Mack. And then at 18:30, another scramble play down low. Sales did manage this time. He was down, but got his right leg back against the post, then tried to reach over, cover it with his glove, and in the process of all that and all the scrambling around, the puck squirts loose behind the net, and it ends up finding its way back to Glukariev. He wraps it around out the far side, right to the stick of Joe Mack, and he puts it away with a minute and a half left to go in the period to make it 3-1 at the break. So not the way PD drew it up, especially for that final 5 minutes, but not the worst outcome, I don't think, when it comes down to knowing you've got a power play chance here. You've got a little over a minute of power play time coming out in period number 2. You don't want to be down by 2 goals 20 minutes in. But PD has a chance. Again, their power plays look good if they can. point. There are no 2- and 3-point goals in this game, so they just have to do it for the next 40 minutes. They've got to play every shift and make sure that they're, doing everything that they possibly can. The other thing is, too, they're trying to work a bunch of new players into the lineup tonight, so chemistry, as Gary Graham said in our pregame chat, you want it immediately. As a coach, as a fan, you just want it to be lightning in a bottle and have everybody figure out how to work, with everybody else, and it's a process. It doesn't happen that quickly, and so that is something else that I know the IceCats are hopeful to find sooner rather than later, but they are going to be going through a discovery process of figuring out how to make it all work. So 3-1 after one. Shots, by the way, in the period favored, believe it or not, Athens 18-13, but I'm actually a little surprised at the high number of combined shots in that period. And I didn't think really we'd be seeing much more than 10 or 11 for each side. So I guess PD's 13 is reasonable. 18 for Athens seemed pretty up there, but that's what we've got out there on the stat sheet. Power plays, in that opening frame, Athens goes 0 for 2. And PD actually technically 1 for 1 because that second power play is still in progress and will carry over into the second period. All right, we're going to take a break here in this first period intermission report. When we come back, it's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and there's plenty of action going on there. Here it is 3-1, Athens in the lead. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a fling with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here on IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, everybody, as we are through 20 minutes of play. 3-1 Athens in the lead. Let's turn our attention to the out-of-town scoreboard, starting with the FPHL. Always busy on a Friday night. Danbury's got a 1-0 lead over, or pardon me, Watertown is leading Danbury. Correction, 1-0 at Danbury Arena. That one's early in the first period. Binghamton with a 1-0 lead over Twin City, and that is at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena, so that's actually a pretty heavyweight matchup right there. Blue Ridge and Columbus tied at 1 halfway through the first. Baton Rouge and Monroe dropping the puck about 5 minutes from now. And then Topeka and Biloxi also going head-to-head in a couple of minutes. Light night in the NHL on a Friday night, just 3 games to tell you about. None have started yet. Capitals and Blackhawks, Kings and Jets face off here at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, St. Louis is at Utah to take on the Mammoth. And a little bit of NHL news for you. There was an announcement by the NHL in a press conference. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home of the University of Utah football team, will be the host stadium for the 2027 NHL Winter Classic that's going to be played between the Mammoth and the Colorado Avalanche. They'll announce the date at a later time, but pretty sure it's going to be around January 2nd. That's where the NHL has been landing with it the last couple of years. All right, college football scoreboard, the big game for the evening underway. The college football playoff semifinal at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Number 1, Indiana, with a 7-0 first quarter lead over number 5, Oregon. And in the NFL, it is Wild Card Weekend. Nothing kicks off until tomorrow. There are 2 Saturday games. At 4:30, it's Rams-Panthers. At 8 o'clock, Packers-Bears. And then on Sunday, you've got 1 o'clock, Bills-Jags. 4:30, 49ers-Eagles. And at 8 o'clock, Chargers-Patriots. The Monday night game this week at 8:15 will be Texans and Steelers. That's our out-of-town scoreboard, and that's our first period intermission report. So stay tuned. Second period action coming up. Athens has a 3-1 lead, but PD has just a little over a minute of power play time to come back to here and a fresh sheet of ice. Hopefully they can end up going 2 for 2 on the power play. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we are back at Athens Ford Arena. Tom Callahan here with you. Second period action coming up. And a minute 5 seconds of power play time up there. Kolatarsi in the box to begin the second period. That one will carry over from the first. You're listening on the radio side. PD IceCats rolling right to left on your radio dial. Wearing the white road uniforms with the full-bodied Pouncing Lion logo. The navy blue pants and the baby blue helmets. Some might call it Carolina blue. Others would definitely not call it Carolina blue. Athens in the red home jerseys with the navy blue shoulders, red buckets, red pants, red socks. Face-off coming up at center here. Lowell will creep in. It'll be Wilson, Marcinkiewicz, Lord, other Marcinkiewicz twin, Dominic's and Patrick's out here together, and Razalov on D. Athens wins the draw, fires it down. Sales will glove it aside, leave it for Razalov. So now skating ahead. Here's Razalov leaving it off and on to the right wing side. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz in over the line, getting it across. Dominic's had a hop over his stick. Lord on the wing. He's challenged over there, curls back down the wall. Lord into the corner. Dominic's in front of shot. Wilson is shut down near post. Rebound in the corner. Lord battling, trying to get it back. Side of the net. Neely can't clear. Forced it along finally. Lowell's got a moment. He'll move it ahead to Shinkarik. Shinkarik will ease it on down the ice. Looking on the left side, maybe for a scoring chance. Neely backhands it in front, but nobody there. And now quickly back. If PD hurries, they can catch him with some numbers here, but the pass is a little too far for Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, and it's cleared back down the ice. 10 seconds ago on the power play as PD changing the lines, getting set to come back to 5-on-5 here. Patrick's looping back at his own end, looking up the right side. He'll flip it into space. Charging ahead on the wing. Miguel Diaz will dump it in. Good to see him back out there after that third goal. He left the ice in some discomfort, so glad he's back out there. Here's Lord, try to scoop it in front, hit the back of the net. Bouncer still at the side of the net, and finally picked and moved away by Kolatarsi, who is out of the penalty box. PD drops to 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Bedard around to the far side, lost his stick. Might have had it stolen by the boards, actually. And now it's PD playing it away. Out to center, up the right wing side, a backhand into the high slot. Milan able to turn that just barely over the line. IceCats on the regroup here. And there's a pass tipped away, and now chance in front, and down the lane comes Tomas. He scores right up the slot. Tomas has his second of the game. Lukariev with a nice feed right in front. Boy, that was a quick goal in transition. Athens takes a 4-1 lead. Well, unfortunately for the PD IceCats, that was not the start that they wanted. Here to the second period, now a 3-goal deficit. But again, there's still plenty of time left here. You got 38 minutes left in this hockey game. More if you push to overtime. But again, 3-goal deficit. You got to get started here. And they come in on the forecheck. And there's a nice hit by Gullo, forcing a turnover. Puck down low. Marcinkiewicz in front. He's knocked down. Couldn't get a shot away. Jurgenite with a shot wide of the net. And now Gullo over in the far side. A centering attempt cut off by Mack, and they'll skate it the other way. Back up the left side, here comes Mack. Mack cutting into the slot over for the one time. Oh boy, Sales moving to his left, had to throw the pad back out to the right and got just enough. Here's Patrick's Marcinkiewicz in, try to cut through the D. Zajac over to help him out, picks it up in the corner. Towards the slot, Dominic's a shot just up over top of the net. And it's backhanded off the glass and down the ice. And, just barely enough gas or icing. I didn't think they were going to give it to them. But Della Savita back for the touch here with 2:51 gone in the second. Something I noticed that McPhail does from time to time, and he's doing it a little bit here. He likes to be involved in the game, likes to play the puck. He's an aggressive goaltender, tries to get out after stuff. But you can tell sometimes he gets, quite frankly, it looks like a little bit bored. And so what will happen is he'll over-pursue pucks out of the net. A shot that is going a foot or two wide that he just does not have to move for or make a save on, he will make an attempt to make a save on it just to try to get a touch. And I think that is to his detriment in his game. He does not play a conservative game. He does play aggressive, and I understand that. But I think that that's going to take him out of position to make other saves. And Petey could take advantage of that. You know he's going to be aggressive and over-pursue. Now it's a matter of maybe putting that puck just out of his reach on his over-pursuing in the saves, trying to bounce one back out in front behind him, perhaps. There's a wraparound attempt that is taken away Della Savita up the far side. But when you got a guy who's just that itchy to get a touch on the puck, you got to somehow figure out a way to bait him into making a mistake by being over-aggressive. For the 5 IceCats, head off for a change here as the puck turned back, but is turned over. Zajac in his own line with a pass ahead. Patrick Marcinkiewicz dangles in over the line in the slot, and he's finally bumped off. Lowell turning it up by himself, the other way, slapped off his stick. Patrick's to Dominic's. Dominic's right wing trying to get through the tangle, and that one is knocked away to center. Bedard banking it ahead. Zajac tags up at the line, pursues it into the left wing corner. Popped up in the air into the netting, and we get a whistle. Second period action is brought to you by Bud Light. Fine sponsor here of PD IceCats Hockey. IceCats Hockey is also brought to you in part by Sports Clips, the official hair cutter. By M&M Printing and Graphics, the official printing partner. By Seminar Brewery, the official craft beer partner. CLC Transportation, our official transportation partner. Palmetto Smiles, the official dentist. White Swan Dry Cleaning, our official dry cleaners. And Battle LP, the official fuel provider powering the Olympia. Here's Carl on the left side as PD maintaining the puck in the Athens zone. They'll swing it around to the far side. Bedard down for the point, keeping it in past Frolov. Powell can't move it away from Gullo. Gullo into the corner. Frolov with it. Centers, quick shot. Save McPhail out on the angle. And he makes the stop on Carl from in tight. Good job by Carl not to think about that one, just lets it go. And I know he's a little frustrated that the save gets made on that shot, but that's really the best course of action. As the goalie's still coming out at you, you got to just let it rip. Hope you find a hole, maybe generate a rebound. Always make the goaltender make a save. No, we didn't like that one. We'll do it again. Milan and Gullo on the face-off. Athens wins it back. Right side, here's Dumas, who's got 2 now in the game. 4-1 Athens here early in the second. Shinkarik will chase it back into his own end. Gives it to Milan. He'll send it back towards Shinkarik. Up the left side, it's chopped away to center. But Milan following up the play, ends up with the puck. Left side, moving in, a backdoor feed, a shot. Oh, what a stop by Sales! Dumas looking for the hat trick, and Sales splits out to his left to rob him with the glove. Great stop there. Boy, that was absolute full stretch right there for the PD Tendy. Wow, what a stop. That's a big one. Puck is booted out of play, literally kicked out. That's going to get us to a break here. 5:04 into the second period. 4-1 Rock Lobsters in the lead. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results.
Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. 4-1. Athens in the lead over PD. 5:04 into period number 2. Matt Sales just made a sprawling save. Split save to his left. Fantastic glove stop to keep it 4-1. And keep Dumas from finding the hat trick in this game. Face off just outside the IceCats line. Is sent back into the Athens end of things. Shinkarik around the right side of the net, looking to move it ahead. Back, try to clear it out, put it right into Houston Wilson. Shinkarik moving it ahead, and on to the right side is Ruggieli trying to chase after it. Shot back the other way by Jurgenite. And now here's Lord. Lord in on the right wing side. Across and too far ahead for Houston Wilson. Athens will turn it back the other way. Maye to Shinkarik. Shinkarik left wing Mack. Mack with a wrister, and that's deflected away off Popoff. Fed into the slot, and now it's turned over. A chance for PD, breaking back the other way. Patrick Smarcinkiewicz, right side, cutting in, wrist shot, missed low stick side. Around it comes to Wilson. Wilson will carry it back out, feed the D, and they'll regroup here. Lead to center turned away by Virgili, and now Razlov says, I'm going to push up myself. Throws it around the rim left side. McPhail out to stop it behind the net. Backhands it up the near side wall. Shinkarik slides it across, and it's tipped down from center now on that long pass, and that allows Athens to finish up their change. Dominic Smarcinkiewicz booting it away up the boards. It'll be tipped on in, a bouncer. McPhail out to play it again. He'll scoop it to the far side. Powell waiting over there, but he turned it over. Della Savita crashing out to the right point. Della Savita stops, feeds it in front. There's a chance, tipped up over top of the net. Dominic Smarcinkiewicz had a good go at it, but fortunately for Athens, Van Durken got his stick to the shot just in time. And now here's a lead ahead, and again, Dominic will try the right side up by himself. His mates are changing. He's pulled down, and there's a penalty coming up there. So again, the Marcinkiewicz twins drawing power plays here. 6:50 into the second period is 4-1 Athens. And the face-off will come back down to the right of the Rock Lobsters net, but power play chance number 3, PD 1 for 2 with a man advantage. Power play brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Athens starts with a draw win. They're going to send it the length of the ice. So Lowell takes a seat in the box for tripping. Set back down again by Athens as PD having a tough time getting through center. They'll try the left wing this time and push it into the corner. Moving up after it over there. Frolov around to the far side. Zajic feeding it up top. McGill Diaz takes a look. Near side, Carl back up top. McGill Diaz. Far circle. And move down low. Here's Zajic. Getting it back up top. Legkov. McGill Diaz. Carl lets it go. Hit a body in front. Rebound chance and a left pad save. Point blank on Frolov. Zajic with a nice little lead for Frolov in the low slot. As opposed to a backhand with his back to the net, he teed it up, and McPhail made a nice save in tight. So the power play unit changes with 49 seconds to go on the man advantage. Puck lost at center and turned back down the ice. Patrick Smarcinkiewicz on it. He'll feed his brother Dominic, who comes To center, back to Patricks. Patricks wheels away from one. Moves in over the line. Patricks to the left half wall. Flings it around to the far side half boards. Dominics on the backhand down low to Patricks. Cycle for Wilson. Popped away. Dominics moves it up top. Razilov. Dominics, far circle. Patricks down low. Goal line. Dominics, top of the circle. Wrister to the front of the net, maybe hoping for a tip there. Wilson parked in front, but deflects behind the goal. Around it comes to Lord. Lord moves it up top. Razilov to his left. Back over Dominics across the blue line. His wrist shot through traffic, and McPhail the save. No rebound with 5 seconds left to go on the power play. 4-1 Athens, 8:45 into the second period. PD, some good puck movement there. Just weren't quite getting the chances I think they were looking for. Face off to the left of McPhail. Gullo and across from Van Durkin. Tied up on the dot. Bouncer into the corner. Shinkarik over after it. Off the dasher towards the line. Not out for a long, keeping it in and out of the box. And even strength. Athens will bring it ahead. Right side, here's Lukariev. Wrapped up by Carl in behind the net. Around to the far side it goes. Van Durkin wheeling all the way up high in the zone to the right point. Garcia, wrister, missed the net. And it'll be Frolov off the dasher to center. Gilbert couldn't come up with it. Turn the other way at center, and now Patrick Marcinkiewicz back in quickly, left side with a shot. Oh, it went off Shinkarik and just missed the net. Shinkarik ends up with that rebound, and he'll move it ahead. Back for Athens. Flings it on to the right wing side into the corner. Lowell stretching for it. He's tied up over there in the corner and then knocked down. That allows Zajac away with a puck. Lowell's a little slow to get up, but he's all right. Left side. That hopped over the stick of Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, and they'll call it icing. 13 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this hockey game. It's 4-1, Athens in the lead. Draw to the right of Matt Sales. He's seen 21 shots from Athens. PD has 18 so far in this game. Athens tying it up to the far side. And Jurgenite trying to move it away, cannot. Dumas will swing it around to the right side. Johansson sends it right back behind the net, out the far side. And around to the left point, kept in by Kolatarsi on the backhand. There's a chance in the slot. Johnson, his shot was blocked. Now a chance right point, and Johnson, his shot, glove save, rebound, and a left pad save there in tight on Johnson by Sales, who's really picking it up here, but a penalty coming up. Whoop, here we go. Now we got a pile up on the wall. The initial penalty call was going to be against PD. Linesmen getting in there as quickly as they can to prevent this from escalating any further. 9:41 to go here in the second. 4-1 Athens. We'll let you know how this all shakes out when we come back. More coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes, bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas, Experience the love in every bite.
Home in this one, it's 4-1 Athens leading PD, but nobody has gone into the penalty box for either side. And they're still talking about it at the referee's crease. The Athens penalty box door is closed. The PD door is open. And as I said, as we were on our way to break, there was an initial penalty call coming up against the PD IceCats. And then it got a little touchy once the things, got a little physical there with everything going on. But now my question is, what exactly is going to come out of all this? There's still nothing up on the board. And the PD penalty box door is still open. IceCats have 5 players out there. It looks like there is no call coming. That is interesting. Unless the puck, and maybe the referee's arm was up because it was played with a high stick. That's really all I'm coming up with as to why you would have his arm up, whistle the play dead. But it's 5-on-5. Absolutely nothing comes out of that. Big hit back in the corner of the PD end, but the IceCats move this puck ahead. The end of the left side corner, Legkov streaking around after it. Wilson cuts it off in the corner. Legkov tried to feed the slot. It banks back to the right point. Bedard with a shout. Tipped in front off the goal post. Wilson deflects it off the pipe. Rebound ends up in the near corner. Maye pulls out the old wedge, gets it to center. Van Durken ahead with it. Boy, Houston Wilson tipped that one off the pipe. Maye trying to walk in for a shot. It's fed across and they score. Lowell on the doorstep. Boy, Athens gets the luck in their end. It hits the post and bounces away. And then they go right back down the ice and score number 5. And it's 5-1. Well, that one hurts. 11:01, time of the goal. Lowell on the doorstep. Ugh. And again, PD so close. It was just inches from being a 4-2 game, and now it's 5-1. Here's Gullo moving in. Carr to the front of the net, and he could not get it through to Carl. Bumped off it, far side. Mack turns it over, though. Carl keeps it in. Here's Gullo onto the far side wall, and it's cleared out. So Maye picks up an assist on that one, along with Neely. PD left side. Here's Patrick Sparsenkevics down to Gullo. Gullo behind the net. Patrick side of the goal. Carl, a shot right pad. Save rebound to the slot. Chop that, and out of the zone it goes. And PD is going to recover all the way back into their own zone. Dump down. Will this be icing? No. Oh, I thought they were going to wave it off. Sidechick was racing back in. The pass went ahead. I thought he was going to get there in time, but Walker just a little bit ahead of him to get the whistle. 7:47 to go in the second period. Brought to you by Bud Light. It's 5-1. Athens in the lead here. Same two teams are back at it again tomorrow night. Draw to the right of the IceCats net. One back up top and kept in left side Maye. Around into the corner it goes. Dumas pulled down. No penalty there. PD trying to clear, and now they'll finally move it ahead. Here's Dominik Marcinkiewicz to center. He'll get it in over the line. Trying to fight through a check. Into the left side corner. Johansson trying to move it away from him. Onto the near side. Dumas will just chop it off the dasher. Popoff has to handle back near his own line. Plays it ahead. Dominik Marcinkiewicz getting it back. Jurgenite up towards Zajac. Zajac in over the line with the backhand to the side of the net. McPhail out. And he'll play it. Up the far side, Lukariev, his pass deflects. And just over the line, just right back in over the line as Miguel Diaz shoves it deep. PD changing him behind the play, though. Cleared to center. Off a skate, comes to Milan. Right wing, Dumas into the corner. Milan turning, centering feed, taken away by Wilson. And now 3-on-1 the other way. Here comes Houston Wilson, left side. Has the Marcinkiewicz with a Wilson. A shot, he scores! Houston Wilson! Wilson goes top shelf over the left shoulder of the goaltender McPhail. What a well-placed wrister. And it's 5-2. .13-17 time of the goal for Wilson. That one might actually be unassisted, as he brought that one all the way down the ice on his own after making the steal in his own end. So now let's see if PD can keep the momentum going. They push back in. Here's a shot and a glove save, McPhail. A little extra fanfare on that one. It is unassisted, by the way, for Houston Wilson. 6:21 remaining here in the second period, and that silences the crowd quite a bit. It's like they just took the wind right out of their sails, which is interesting. I mean, Athens has a 5-2 lead, but you would not know it from the mood in here. It got somber in a hurry. There's a feedback to the point off a face-off win, but it was picked off, and Neely will dump it down for Athens from center. It's one of the things that PD struggled a little bit with in this game. They've turned over some pucks they really haven't needed to turn over. Just maybe taking a second look, keeping the head up when they're making a pass or two here. And Athens has just been feasting on turnovers. PD will push the other way and over the line on the right side. Here's Frolov. Frolov sends it across the slot down to the left point. Radulov will gather. He'll get it back up for Frolov in the slot, deflected away from him and out to center. Della Civita, right side, tipped on down by Carl. He'll head to the bench, and in fact, a wholesale change going on here for PD as it's tipped by Marcinkiewicz, and right back into the left side. Here comes Zajac. Zajac in, curls, waiting for a little bit of help here. On the left side, gives it to Dominik's on the wall. Zajac now down low, looking for Patrick's bouncing puck. Dominik's trying to separate it. Zajac, around it goes. Patrick's lost it there as he was pinned up on the wall, and now Maye out with it. He'll finally wedge it to the line, but, oh, nope. Zajac gloved it down, but he couldn't hang on to it. It's fired right back in by PD. McPhail has to stick this one aside to the near side. Johansson put into the glass there by Marcinkiewicz. Maye back onto the near side. Johansson up the wall. And now attacking on the right wing side. Virgili trying to cut in around Jurgenite. Pop off over to help out. Here's a chance for Van Durken on the back end. Doesn't shoot. Virgili right wall up top. A shot from the point deflected away in front. That one was absolutely ripped. Lord up on the rebound. Tried to feed it ahead for Patrick Marcinkiewicz. It rolls in on the goaltender McPhail. And we'll get a whistle and a break with 4:36 to go in the second period. 5-2 Athens in the lead. We're back with more in a moment. This is PD IceCats Hockey.
Hey, grab me one too.
this sandwich. It's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those three things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guest paid for their testimonial.
And we are back. PD IceCats hockey. Second period action brought to you by Bud Light. Face-off coming up here in the Rock Lobsters end of things. IceCats hockey also brought to you in part by Gatorade, the official thirst quencher, by XGen, official recovery and rejuvenation partner, by Celsius, the official energy drink, by Pepsi, the official soft drink, Pepsi Zero, official soft drink of IceCats goaltenders, by Propel Water, the official water, by MUSC, the official medical provider, McLeod Fitness Center, the official workout facility, Gorgon Distilling Company, the official distillery, and Powers Properties, the official housing partner. PD with the puck, leg call on the right side corner, trying to work his way free of Van Durken. Knocked down, gets it around to Wilson. Wilson pops it up out of play. Face-off will stay inside. Houston Wilson has the goal here in the second period to make it 5-2 and get PD back within 3. For Wilson, his 11th goal of the season. Face-off coming over to the left, a big fail. And it's one back to the point. PD steps down. There's a shot blocked in front by Mack. He'll pick up the rebound, and Wilson tried to steal it back, but fell trying to turn. And the puck does get out to center. Legkov will come back for it. He'll feed it on back. Miguel Diaz onto the right wing side. A roller pushed ahead. Wilson trying to get to it there. And now here's Shinkarik. His pass at center off the shin pads of Wilson. He has to go back after it. Gets it across to Walker. That one deflected away at center. Wilson had a roll away from him. Here comes Johnson back in for Athens, leaving up top Virgili. A backhand leave towards the line. Shinkarik can only hook it around the corner. Ends up in the right wing. Mack behind the net. Virgili, a backhand leave towards the front of the net. Tied up by Miguel Diaz. Puck over to the left half wall. Left point Walker walks away from the wall. Try to get a shot away. Deflected wide. Ends up near side. Lord in the backhand. Can't get it out. Now a chance to clear, and a bouncer does get to center off of Legkov. PD can't get it deep, and they're not going to get much of a change out of it. Back in comes Mack with a shot, and a blocker save sails. Bedard tying up his man in behind the play. Miguel Diaz trying to work it free, played up the boards, and it's finally banked off the dasher to center and fired right back in. Boy, this D pair's been out there a while. Bedard on it, just trying to get away from Glukariev here. For Miguel Diaz, he'll lead it around in the dasher. And the puck at center. Now finally a chance here as Gullo will send it down, and they can change the D. McPhail sweeps it around to the far side. Carl attacking quickly. Glukariev trying to tip it ahead. Milan back across Maie, right side. Johansson cross corner, dump into the left wing. Milan after it. It dies in the corner. Wrapped up by Della Savita. Puck left there. Gullo with a backhand lead through center. That one will not have enough gas or icing. And Johansson has to turn with it, and his stick tipped as he tried to get the pass ahead, pushed right back in, and he's lost his stick, in fact. There's a shot by Gullo, but it rolled off the end of his twig. Actually, that was Frolov, pardon me. Now a chance into the slot. A shot, Marcinkiewicz blocked. Rebound, still free. Dominic Marcinkiewicz out with it. Up top. Cross ice, feed to the back door. Frolov had it taken away by Milan. Dumas the other way. Milan in on the left wing, charging into the corner, stops, curls looking for help, none coming. And it's played away to Patrick Marcinkiewicz. He'll come up the right side. In over the line, delays, waits, right side, feeds Dominics, who curls on the wall, far side. Now to the left point, Jurgenite. Jurgenite, wrist shot, blocked by traffic. And the rebound is cleared ahead. Athens will get it to center. Lowell reaching, lost it, but Van Durken follows it up, carries it on in, left side into the PD zone with a shot, glove, save, sails. Now a pile in front of the net again. I'm sure Petey's frustrations will come into this one. Garcia and Patrick Marcinkiewicz pushing and shoving. But again, I don't think we're going to get any penalties out of this. Just chalk it up to boys will be boys. With 1:24 to go in the second. 5-2 Athens in the lead. (27-23) of the shots in favor of the Rock Lobsters. Face off just outside the PD line. And that one is pushed out on the right side. Wilson, he's actually going to leave it back to Popov. Popov, cross ice. Jurgenite. He's going to step up with it. Jurgenite will backhand it into the near side. McPhail will leave it there behind the goal. Garcia around on the wing, and it's pushed ahead now. Penalty coming up, and it's going to be against PD as Neely moving into the right side. Garcia follows, and that one a save by Sales. Finally touched on the rebound try far side. And it's going to be PD shorthanded here. I believe that was a hooking call, but let's watch here for the official indication. Nope, check from behind by Popov. With only 56.7 seconds left to go in the period, 19:03 time of the penalty. So once again, back on to the penalty kill here for the PD IceCats for the third time in the game, brought to you by Bluefish IT Solutions. Athens will start with a draw win, but they cough it up at the line, and it's shoved out. Pushed all the way back down to McPhail, back acting like an extra defenseman back there, as he does like to handle the puck, and they have the confidence in him to feed it back to him. Mack up the left side, tied in as he came over the line. IceCats intercept, and now a chance on the right wing, but Zajac looked like he was kind of out of gas on that shift. If he was fresh, he might have been off to the races, but Zajac, exhausted, just gets to the change here. As Athens pushes back in, Milan, a pass that is banked away, and now here is a chance. Here they come down the left side. Dominic Marcinkiewicz moves in back door, a shot! Save made, McPhail getting to his left. Patrick's went for the rebound of his own shot, and that draws a pile. Boy, if Patrick's Marcinkiewicz got more on that, he would have beat McPhail clean and simple, but instead now Milan, who's been known to get in a few cheapies of his own, jumps in there on Dominic's. Patrick's has still got his sweater held as the linesman trying to separate him. Johnson will not let go of Marcinkiewicz. He finally does. Bedard and Mack giving it to one another. I think they're both going to end up in the box. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz into the box as well. Possibly Dominic's. Well, they haven't called anything coming out of any of these scrums the entire game. And now it looks like we might get multiple penalties. Bedard's going in. I don't know that it's going to alter the power play setup here. Boy, going back to that shorthanded chance for Patrick Marcinkiewicz. It was a great setup, great feed by Dominic's cross ice. They had the 2-on-1 going, and boy, you know, if he would have got a little bit more on that shot, that one's probably going in. But that's just been representative of the luck here tonight. Milan gets out of the box. Bedard gets out of the box. But both Marcinkiewicz twins are in there. So that's a change. A little turn of events there. Which is funny because Patrick's was the one who got jumped after going to the net on the scoring chance and looking for the rebound there. All this with 8.1 seconds left to go in the period. And at the end of it all, I don't know that... Well, now they're trying to get someone to go off to the Athens locker room. Or they... Well, if the face-off, unless the linesman is trying to say the face-off's in the PDN, and even the referee's indicating it is, so that tells me there's another power play coming. So for Athens, which means it'll be 5-on-3 for a minute and 12 seconds. And yeah, that's what it is. That's the only way that face-off is down there, is if for whatever reason, PD ends up even more shorthanded, and that is exactly what's happening. And I don't understand how that's the case when PD didn't start it. Patrick Marcinkiewicz went to the net after his own rebound, and McPhail did not cover that puck right away. He had every right to go in there and try to get that puck. But instead, it's 5-on-3 for Athens, and that is terrible officiating. That is absolutely gross. Dump down the ice. That'll run the clock out here in the second period. Brutal. 5-2 Athens after 2. That's it for our Bud Light second period. We'll take a break, go over the scoring for you. And when we come back, we will have the out-of-town scoreboard in there and there for you as well. 40 minutes in the books. 5-2 Rock Lobsters in the lead. We'll try to sort out this power play spaghetti for you when we come back. More coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
You'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back around PD IceCats hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. 2 periods in the books. It's 5-2 Athens. The only penalty that has so far shown up on the score sheet from the end of that period is a roughing minor to Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. There's got to be more coming because Dominic's was also in the box unless that turned out to be a mistake. But it is 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 4 seconds when we come back out for the third period for the Athens Rock Lobsters. So just a shocking turn of events there, and I definitely don't agree with the way that one went down, but that's where we're at. Let's take a look at the scoring wrap for you from period number 2 at 1:46. It was Dominic Dumas scoring his second of the game. Glukaria picking up the only assist on the goal, and Glukariev's already got himself a 3-point night, 3 helpers tonight. And Dumas, as I mentioned, his second goal of the game, just 1:46 in. That made it a 4-1 game. Then it became 5-1. At 11:01, Jesse Lowell with a goal. Assists going to Neely and Maye at that 11:01 mark to make it 5-1. But PD did push back into the game. An even strength marker and really a great individual effort by Houston Wilson. Picked the puck away in his own zone, took off up the ice, and the way the numbers worked out, he had both Patrick's and Dominic's Marcinkiewicz up on the play with him in a 3-on-1 rush. But Wilson elected to take the risk to himself, had some daylight over the left shoulder of the goaltender McPhail, picked his spot, and hit it. 5-2, and that's where we are after 2 periods of play. By the way, that Wilson goal was indeed unassisted at 13-17. Shots in the period right now showing at 13-10 in favor of PD, which means 28-26 for the game in favor of Athens. And the power plays now end up in a situation where we're carrying it over into 5-on-3 here into period number 2. So that's going to be yet another chance for the Rock Lobsters with the man advantage. And that will be their 3rd and 4th power play chances of the night. And at this point, and PD, this is going to be a tough stretch to get through to open the period. More than a minute, 5-on-3, fresh sheet of ice for Athens. If they can get through it, trailing by 3 goals, that's a big moment, but then you really have to press offensively. They're going to have to find a way to find 3 more goals and make something happen here for themselves while also keeping Athens off the score sheet in period number 3. So fingers crossed that first and foremost you're able to get through that Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. And then on the other side of all of that, well, the scoring machine kicks itself into gear. It is 5-2 after 2 periods of play. Athens leads it. We'll take a break here in this Yokohama Tires second period intermission report. And when we come back, we've got that out-of-town scoreboard for you. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings, we've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories, it deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us. 40 minutes in the books. It is 5-2 Athens in the lead over your PD IceCats. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard right now at what's going on in and around the FPHL. At Danbury Arena in the second period, Watertown and Danbury are tied up at 1 in that game. Binghamton with a 2-1 lead over Twin City in Winston-Salem. That is also about halfway through the second period there. 2-2 Blue Ridge and Columbus halfway through the second period of action. Baton Rouge and Monroe tied up at 1 after 1 period of play. Biloxi, how about this? A 5-goal first period. The Breakers 5-2 over the Topeka Scarecrows after just 20 minutes. In the NHL, a couple of games have reached the first intermission. Capitals with a 3-0 lead already over the Blackhawks in that one. And also at the first intermission, the Winnipeg Jets looking to break an 11-game skid, up 2-0 after 1 on the LA Kings. Although that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because the other night they led the Oilers 3-1 after 1 and still ended up losing that game 4-3. 9 o'clock puck drop here coming up right on the top of the hour. The Blues are at the Mammoth. College football for you. Well, Indiana has had such a great season. They've looked strong all year long. They continue to look strong. They lead 28-7 over number 5 Oregon in the college football playoff semifinal at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. 2-minute warning of the first half. 28-7, Indiana leads Oregon. And in the NFL, no games tonight, but it is wild card weekend. Tomorrow at 4:30, you got Rams at Panthers. 8 o'clock, Packers at Bears. On Sunday, 1 o'clock, Bills at Jags. 4:30, 49ers at the Eagles. 8 o'clock game, Chargers at the Patriots. And the Monday night game this week, the Texans are at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Turning our attention back to this game, they have finally at least put a couple of more penalties up on the score sheet that I did want to update you on. Both Dominic Marcinkiewicz and Patrick Marcinkiewicz got 2 for roughing at the end of that period. The only penalty doled out somehow to Athens went to Malik Johnson, who also got 2 minutes of roughing. So that is how it ended up that Athens has a 5-on-3 power play for 104 heading into the third period. There's 1:52 left to go in that additional roughing call against Patrick Marcinkiewicz. So again, trailing 5-2, PD's got its work cut out for it. Heading into the third period, it's not going to be an easy fight for them, but if they're going to get back in the hockey game, hopefully they're able to start it out early and get the ball rolling for themselves. They're getting shots, they're getting chances. Hopefully they can continue to up the volume of those shots and those chances here heading into period number 3. But right now the focus has got to be getting through the kill against a dangerous Athens team. It's bearing down on those faceoffs, starting with control, doing everything you can to run as much clock out as possible before sending that puck down the ice. And it's hard work. Killing penalties is hard work. And that is exactly what they're going to need. The other thing, too, for period number 3, you have to keep in mind, these two teams have to play again tomorrow night, and they're going to do it right here. So for PD, and they have not done this year, and I don't mean to imply that they would at all quit, but you cannot quit here in this third period. You have to give everything because you need to set that tone for tomorrow night to prove to Athens, number 1, you're not going away, and number 2, you're going to be real darn tough to beat. And so that's what I'm looking for here in this third period, is I'm looking for the IceCats to have their best period so far of this game and do everything they can to try to tilt this one back in their favor. The other thing is just they got to try to not take the bait. They did a good job at it in the first period. They really stayed away from engaging and ending up in the penalty box. And until the end of the second, I thought they were doing a pretty good job at that. But, now they're a little behind the 8 ball, and they're just going to have to go back to playing some disciplined hockey here in the third. All right, 5-2 Athens. After 2, that's it for our Yokohama Tires second period intermission report. When we come back, it'll be time for third period action, and that is coming your way next. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin & Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
You'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. 5-2, Athens in the lead heading into the third period. It's 1 minute, 4 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time for the Rock Lobsters. PD is going to have to establish themselves right on the kill here to start the period. WBTW TV 13, Florence area Chick-fil-A's and your PD IceCats are honored to present Military Night this coming Saturday, January 17th, a week from tomorrow, as the IceCats battle division rivals Athens. Game time at 7:15, doors open at 6. Besides honoring our brave heroes, we have teamed with our two presenters to offer a $13 ticket to all veterans of the armed services. The IceCats will be wearing specialty jerseys that will be auctioned off with the proceeds going to support the nonprofit organization Warrior Hockey, a program that provides an opportunity for disabled veterans to play the sport of hockey regardless if they've played the entire life or maybe they've never put a skate on the ice. And if you do not have the Dash app and you wish to be part of that auction, please download the Dash app by texting the word Dash, D-A-S-H, to 66866. That's 66866. You'll get a link back to download the Dash app, create your account. When you set it up, make sure you select PD IceCats as your favorite. And then when you get notifications, you will get notifications of if you're bidding on an auction, alerts on that auction. Whenever new auctions go live, you can set your preferences, and we will keep you up to date. But again, all of that coming up Military Night on the 17th. Look forward to having you there. We've also got the Columbia Warriors coming to play at 5 o'clock, and your ticket is valid for both games for that day. Here's Millan carrying it in to start things off here 5-on-3, and Shinkarik with a shot hit his own guy in front. That went off Neely. He's going to suck it up and stay out there. Lukariev on the far side. Over to the near side, Shinkarik with a drive, and he missed, and that wraps its way all the way around the dasher and down the ice. Well, they'll definitely take that break. Shinkarik has to spin away at the line. Thought about bringing it in. Athens will come back in the other way. Cross ice, here's Neely. It leaked off the end of his stick. He's pressured on the wall here. Neely turning down the boards. Into the corner, trying to walk it in front. Ran into Razilov. Lowell has to scoop it back up top to Shinkarik. Over to the far side, Millan, top of the circle. Over Shinkarik for the one time, and again he misses stick side, and again the puck clears its way down the ice. Out of the box is Popoff. His penalty is over. 5-on-4 now. Puck is tipped in behind the PD net. Popoff sent right back out there. Swings it around to Lord. He's up with Houston Wilson. Lord up the left side, cutting in with a wrist shot. Put it over top of the net. Bedard pushing down for the right point. Kicks it down low towards Houston Wilson. Wilson trying to tie it up. It finally squirts free to Lowell. 21 seconds left to go in the power play here for Athens. Lowell has to curl away. His mates are changing. And that's pretty much going to do it. Athens unable to capitalize on a 5-on-3 here. And PD checks that first box, get through this penalty kill. to start the period. Left side, here's Maye putting it up top, a shot, and they score. Dumas has the hat trick. Well, they got through the penalty kill, but not 1 second more. It is an even strength goal. Dumas has his third of the evening, and it's 6-2 Athens. .155 into the period, and now the hats start to come down. Players are throwing it back over the glass. That's funny. Yeah. .6-2 Athens. Face off back at center. It'll be Gullo out there, along with Gilbert. And Carl over on the left side. Popoff and Jurgenite out there on D as Athens wins this draw back. And Carl steps up, takes it away on a clearing attempt. McPhail out to paddle it around to the near side. Johansson off the boards, not out. Gullo kept it in up top. See if PD can find a spark here in this third. Rock Lobsters ahead. And, whoop, well, all right. Thought that was going to be whistled offside. It is not, but the play is deflected back out to center anyway. And Athens will wrap it right back in. They tag up his sails. We'll leave it behind the net. Jurgenite around, banked it towards Popoff. He had to stretch for it, lost it in the process. Johnson behind the net, out the far side, and now in behind the play, Mack is down. And I did not see what happened, but he is in pain. And that happened well away from the play. I did not see that at all. But he is hurting. The referees are going to conference with one of the linesmen here to see if they saw anything. I can tell you, when I saw Mack, who was down on the near side by the hash marks, by the time I saw his stick, it was in the high slot. So I don't know if he collided with somebody. I will tell you this. I remember Gallant and Milan, running into one another behind the net several weeks ago here in a game against PD. And Mack is up. He'll leave the ice under his own power, but see if he heads to the bench. I think he's going to head to the bench. Gallant has been out ever since with a concussion. And I will say that, and again, I didn't see what happened, how it happened. I didn't see any of that. But if it's a collision with a teammate, those are always worse. Always worse. Because you don't expect to get hit by your own guy. And the fact that you run into your own guy 9 out of 10 means you did not see it coming. So he went to the bench, by the way, did not head to the locker room. He is being tended to over there on the bench, but so we'll see if we end up with a power play out of this or not, if there's a penalty call. The referees have gone in like they're going to review it. So let's, I don't know. It can't really see anything. They did try to show replay there if you're watching on YouTube, but didn't see anything. And I don't know if the referees are going to go back and try to review this, which I've got to guess they are. I don't know. I don't know. Popoff was involved in them coming together, but the thing is it doesn't look like anything happened. And of course, it's hard to tell. We're looking at the replay on a pretty small screen here, and I don't know what the officials are going to find out of this. So I have no idea. So we'll have them taking a look at that. You know, while they're doing that, we're going to take a quick 30-second break here. We'll come back with more here in just a moment. It's 6-2 Athens in the lead, 2:37 into the third. Back with more, and this is IceCats Hockey.
Hey, grab me 1-2.
All right, and this third period is indeed brought to you by Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. I don't think there's... Well, no, maybe there is something coming out of this. The referee's coming over to talk to... Well, both referees split off, and they're going to talk to each bench. And Gary Graham is upset. Jordan Popoff is going to have to go into the penalty box. And again, I mean, the little look that we had doesn't tell you much. But Popoff into the box. Now for how much? It's a 4-minute double minor. Whatever the call may be here. So again, back onto the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. And Lowell and Della Savita are having words. Tied up on the face-off, and Della Savita and Lowell chopping at one another as they go to the front of the net. We'll keep an eye on that battle. They finally separate as Lowell gets out of there. Okay, double minor for spearing for Popoff. Here's Shigcarrett carrying it in with a shot. Sails the save, and he'll knock it down to the ice and hang on. Powell is having words with Della Savita. Della Savita making sure he comes all the way down the bench to say something to Maye, who had a word for him on the way by, and it's like, well, I don't know if I'd be running my mouth in that case if I were a rookie. There's a shot blocked by Houston. Wilson tried to take off with it. Miguel Diaz blocks that one. A backdoor feed hits a shin pad. And now Dominic Marcinkevich's away. Wilson racing up the ice with him. Dominic has room. He can skate it in. Walks back door. Wilson scores! Houston Wilson with another short-handed goal. The IceCats continue to lead the league in shorties, and they get another one. And it's 6-3 now, Athens. And Wilson's got his second of the night. 3:25 time of the marker. How about that? That is the 9th shorthanded goal of the year for PD. Most in the league. Wilson from Marcinkiewicz. And it's 6-3. And believe me, PD is going to continue to push shorthanded here. Up on the left side, here's Van Durken at the line. He'll pull back out with it. IceCats pressuring here. Zajac couldn't quite get to that one, but Athens back in on the left side. Van Durken tried to leave it up top. Collected and fed to Neely. Neely cross ice to an open wing. Miguel Diaz after the bouncing puck ends up with it in the corner. He'll swing it around the rim. Down it goes. 2:22 to go in the double minor for Spearing against Jordan Popoff. 6-3 Athens. About 4.5 minutes gone by here in this third period. Pushed into the left side. Della Savita with a heavy hit on Van Durken. Puck swung around to the near side down for the left point. Here comes Shinkarik. Leaving it off of the wall to Neely. Neely centering feed, blocked off the skate of Della Savita, who rips it around the dasher down the ice. McPhail will tee it up behind the goal. And now Athens will bring it ahead. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz is out there with Gullo. Driving on the left side, here's Milan, wraps it in front of shot, sails out to make the save, point blank on Glukaryov. So Wilson, by the way, in on all 3 goals tonight, 2 goals and an assist. Having himself a great night offensively for PD, but overshadowed, unfortunately, by the Dominic Dumas hat trick and the 6-3 lead Athens has built here. Milan on the left side as Athens controls that faceoff. Played towards the line, and Dominic Marcinkiewicz on the wall. Puck goes right back in on goal, and Sales is going to hold on to that. No intent to play the puck. 5:16 into the third. That's going to get us to our first media timeout here. 6-3, Athens in the lead. Third period action brought to you by Pepsi. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
.516 gone in the third. 6-3 Athens in the lead over your PD IceCats. Tom Callahan here with you. Third period action powered by Pepsi, the official soft drink of your PD IceCats. Wilson in for the face-off here, in against Milan. Still shorthanded for the next minute, 21 seconds. Popoff in the box, double minor for Spearing. Played ahead, and here comes Dominic Marcinkiewicz, right side with a wrist shot. Blocked, came right back towards him. Bedard stepped up, able to keep it in for a moment more. And now Athens ahead on the right side. Nice job by Miguel Diaz, leaning hard on his man. Rubbed him out of the wall. Milan has to come over, help retrieve the puck over Shinkarik for the one time, and sails to his right. Makes the save, traps it against the body, and hangs on. .59 seconds now left to go. in this penalty kill. Zajac in for this face-off here. And he wins it back. Della Savita and Glukariev to the wall together. Swung around to the point, but not out. Shinkarik holds the roller in. Milan on the left side. Into the slot. Tipped up. Shinkarik backs up to the line. Feeds it over to the far side. They'll wheel it around over there. Pass deflected. Glukariev sends it side of the net. Maillet runs into the official over there. Fans are a little upset by that, but that's the least of their worries. There's Razilov in the corner. He'll swing it around the glass. Pass Shinkarik down the ice. 22 seconds to go with the man advantage. Glukariev at center. He'll carry it in over the line to the right side. He'll get it back for Virgili. Feeds it up top. Now swung to an open wing, but a chance to clear here. Bedard chips it ahead. A little too far for Karloff, the dasher. Time ticking down on the power play. Glukariev carrying it in, looking for a backdoor feed. McGill Diaz able to deflect the pass away. Into the corner, Mack. A centering attempt off Bedard. McGill Diaz up with it. A little flipper to the line, and out it goes. And the IceCats are back to full strength. That puck is tipped in from center. Around behind the net. McGill Diaz on it. Left side lead off a shin pad to the line. Not out. Kept in there by Johnson. Bedard playing it around to the far side. McGill Diaz onto the left wing of the breakout. Frolov, right wing, looking for Marcinkiewicz. Patrick's had it knocked off a stick. Right back in left side. Here's Johnson. Johnson hooks it into the slot. A shot, they score. Mack has his second of the game, and I believe that was deflected in front of Sales. I don't know if it hit a Rock Lobsters player or an IceCats defender, but it looked like it was initially a low shot tipped up and over the shoulder of Sales. But it looks like it will stay Mack's goal, so perhaps off a PD defender. 7:16 time of the marker, and it's 7-3 Rock Lobsters. Well, here we go. Pop off. Oh, they're going to go buckets off. Popov doesn't want to take his helmet off, but Powell tossed his away. Powell and Popov at center. Powell reaching in already. Popov just hanging back, waiting for him. Linesmen want to get in there. Popov is upset about something. He's saying something to Powell, and I'm not. Popov is just gesturing at him. Linesman trying to push Popov in the box. And Powell the aggressor on this, but Popov, I'm trying to come up with a word, and the word I'm coming up with for Popov is he's really annoyed. He's just very annoyed by this whole thing. And, man, I wish I was a fly on the wall in the penalty box right now. They each should end up with 2 minutes to run sportsmanlike because nothing ever happened. But they did both drop the gloves. Now, we'll wait and see what they give them, but they can't give them fighting because they didn't fight. No punches are thrown. But yeah, Popov just looked like he was very put off by the whole thing from Powell. And whatever the call is, it's going to even up unless there's like an extra unsportsmanlike in there. But even if there is, I mean, you can't get an instigator when there's no fight. I suppose the most they could do is give Powell an extra 10. But either way, it's just staying 5-on-5. Shinkarik wants the face-off outside. They are going to put the face-off outside. Meanwhile, PD is still huddled in the offensive zone of the face-off circle, and now they're going to come out. It's like huddling on the wrong side of scrimmage, you know what I mean? Powell is still trying to yell at Popoff through the glass. Even the official scorer in the middle is signaling him to pipe down. He's trying to get some stuff straight here. Finally, Powell sits down. But we're 5-on-5. Wilson into the right side corner. A centering attempt there that did not get through from Gilbert. And now it's clear to the line. Bedard has to chase to center, and they'll flip it right back in. Off the dasher. Walker gets it down the ice. This should be icing. Nope, they wave it off. Well, I guess Lowell in with a hit on Bedard there. I guess the game's been taking so long, they're just going to start waving off icings now as we have 8 minutes gone here in the third. 7-3 Athens. Lowell's going to turn it ahead. Move it on the left side. Van Durken backdoor feed is tipped to the glass by Frolov. Good stick there. Legkov feeling it around to the near side. Bedard trying to flip it up in the air. Van Durken blocked it. Now a chance. Neely, and he is stopped near side by Sales. That one blackens the eye of the kitty cat right in the chest protector there. Gotta wonder what tomorrow night's gonna be like. 7:05 puck drop, 6:50 on the pregame show. You're not gonna want to miss that one. And then next weekend, Friday and Saturday, same two teams again, this time on home ice for PD back at Florence Center. Get your tickets now. Tossed back in, and Sales out to play it, leaves it behind the net. On to the near shot, it hops around past Ella Savita. Frolov tying it up on the near wall. Trying to move it ahead, he can't get it out of the zone. Kept in by Athens. Centering attempt goes all the way up the slot, all the way down the ice. Somehow they do give them both 5 for fighting. Back on the right side, there's an attempt towards the center of the net, and Dumas had his pass blocked. Patrick Marcinkiewicz around to the near side. Razilov trying to get it out. Puck is centered, picked off there by Dominics, and back the other way. Frolov will feed it ahead. Marcinkiewicz ahead, right side. Dominics in, backdoor. Patricks couldn't get his shot away. Shinkarik tied up a stick. Now they run into each other. Turned over. Dominics in front. Patricks on the back door. Couldn't get a shot. And now Jurgenite rips it wide. Around to the right side it goes. Carl digging for it. Dominics looking for Patricks. He deflects it into the slot area. Cleared, not out. Lord, his shot just wide of the net. Dominics trying to get to the rebound on the left side. He'll leave it off for Lord. Lord looking up top. Through traffic, his wrister. That one is blocked, goes into the corner, and that one actually staggered Dumas, who blocked it. Struggles getting to the bench. Athens ahead, though, to the line. McGill Diaz poked that pass away. Lord will turn it ahead, and now Patrick Marcinkiewicz trying to get him past Mack, who knocked him down. Lets it go. Lord, a shot. Save made. Penalty coming up here against Athens. When we come back, PD to the power play. 7-3 Rock Lobsters. 9:58 to go in the third. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Back here for third period action brought to you by Pepsi. 9:58 to go into third. PD heading to the Chick-fil-A power play, where they are 1 for 3. This is chance number 4. Zajic, Frolov, Letkov, McGill Diaz, and see who that is on the left side here in a minute. As the puck controlled up top to McGill Diaz over to the right side. Here's Letkov. Letkov up top. McGill Diaz onto the left wing side. I believe that's Carl to McGill Diaz. Letkov right side on the half wall, feeding it down low. Frolov, Letkov, McGill Diaz. Through traffic, a shot blocked in front. Rebound just wide of the net. Puck away into the corner. Tied up, that is Carl over there into the pile. Zajic trying to pull it free. Looking for help from Frolov as well. PD battling on the wall, trying to come up with it, and instead it's Athens able to move it out and send it on down the ice. Sales will collect it, lead behind the net. Hooking the penalty rather. And ahead, PD in on the left side. Dominic Marcinkiewicz is turned away at the line. IceCats will regroup. Here's Razilov to Dominics. Dominics in over the line, swings it around the rim. Left side, Lord after it. Lord to Patricks. Patricks across the blue line to Dominics on the right side. Patricks, Razilov, far down. Lord one time, and a save there by McPhail. Here's a chance. Dominics, Patricks to the right half wall, walks to the dot, leaves it out up top. Razilov, a shot, save made, rebound, sitting there, jammed at. Dominics can't get it to go. Patricks right side cross ice. Lord heels it wide. Dominics in behind the net. In front, wanted to get it to Wilson. Block back, ends up Lord, left half wall. Up top, Razilov steps into one. That one hits Shinkarik. Shinkarik behind the net, out the far side with a chance to clear. Sends it ahead and out to center. And here comes Athens in offside, though. So they look for the chance there, shorthanded. .803 to go in this third period, and now back to 5-on-5 hockey here as Athens has just gotten through. Or have they not? Pardon me, 6 seconds left before they get through this penalty kill. Gullo in for the face-off outside his own blue line, winning it back. McGill Diaz over to Bedard. And that, we'll see Mack come out of the penalty box as it's flipped into the right side corner. Letkov up after it. Letkov wraps it around behind the net. Out the far side with the bank to the left point. McGill Diaz around the rim. Carl can't catch up with it. Letkov over to the right side. He gets to the puck. Tries to turn it back to the point, but that's deflected away. And now Athens will push up the left side. Here's Milan moving in. Milan, wrist shot, glove, save, sails. 7:34 remaining here in the third. Boy, oh boy, tomorrow night's going to be a barn burner, I can tell you that much. Straw will come up to the right of Sales here. It'll be interesting to see how this last 7.5-ish minutes goes. Zajic with a quick word to Della Savita before the face-off. Milan and Zajic jockeying for position here. They still slap away at it. Puck drifts to the high circle, but Frolov will push it ahead. Moving it on to the right wing side and getting it deep is Gilbert, but pushed right back out by Athens. Now quickly a chance. Milan breaks into the backhand. He set it high, but he draws a penalty. A slashing call. Della Savita is going to head into the box. 12:41, time of the penalty. And again with the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill for the 6th time tonight. 7th time tonight, correction. PD is 6 for 6. Killing them off here this evening. Side chick, Gullo, pop off, Jurgenite out there to start it off. Face off one by Athens. They'll go to work setting it up. Johnson to the right point. Maye back to Johnson. On the right side, here's Mack, tried to center. And it's cleared out by Zajic. He'll send it down the ice. I'll tell you what, Dennis Zajic feels like he's been on the ice the entire 3rd period. Good solid face-off guy. Plays all 3 parts of the game. Find him on the kill, find him on the power play, 5-on-5. He's just a real Swiss Army knife out there. PD with a chance to clear it around. Shinkarik gets to the left point to hold it in. He'll feed it across. Maye with a wrister. Blocked by Jurgenite into the corner, and he's able to send it up the wall, and out it goes. PD will change up the penalty killing unit. Halfway through this penalty kill here. 7-3, Athens in the lead. 6:16 left to go in the 3rd. PD is not going quietly. Athens steps back into the right side. Virgili with a backhand, missed the net. Around it comes on the near side. Marcinkevics tried to clear. Bedard does get it ahead to Patricks. Patricks waiting for Dominics to catch up. Dances in over the line. Pushed it off to Bedard. Bedard back towards Patricks. Patricks on the backhand, and traffic leaves it up top. Razilov, his shot deflected wide in front. Patricks on the right side. Around to Bedard. Bedard lets it go. Blocker save McPhail. Left point. Razilov tees it up. That one is blocked and cleared out, and Virgili paid the price. PD with several good shorthanded chances here. They've already got one shorty in the game thanks to Houston Wilson. They're going to skate it ahead. Here comes Legkov with speed up the right side, cutting into the slot, trying to get through the D, knocked off his stick. Well, the IceCats are not afraid to attack when they're down a man. And now they are back to full strength as it's moved in. McPhail's got to come out and play it away. Wilson had his stick chopped away there, and now it's cleared back in. Wilson's got to get out of the zone. As he tags, Lord steps in on the forecheck, and it's coughed up. Shinkarik now a shot just wide. Legkov right up the slot out of the reach of Wilson. If he was a left-hand shot, that would have been perfect. Lord will feed it back. McGill Diaz with a feed ahead right side. Again, Legkov ahead, carrying it in over the line. Leaves it for Wilson. Oh, the bouncing puck eludes him. Back to Legkov. Wilson in the slot trying to corral it for a shot in tight. Couldn't let it go. But the puck just will not sit. Around it comes on the far wall. Athens able to get it out. 4.5 to go in the 3rd. They lead 7-3. McGill Diaz ties his man up. Had his stick taken away and kicks the puck ahead. But somehow they're going to call McGill Diaz for the hook. 4:26 to go in the 3rd. 7-3 your score. Athens in the lead. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
Back here on IceCats Hockey. We got 4:26 to go in this 3rd period, presented by Pepsi. 7-3 Athens in the league. Once again, Power play number 8 for the Athens Rock Lobsters. The Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill is going to get worn out. But they are 7 for 7. Bouncing puck in the right center's Glukariev. Played in around behind the net. Jurgenite trying to clear it up the far side wall. It's kept in momentarily. Popov able to bounce it on down. Gullo and Zajac out up front. Popov and Jurgenite on D. There's a lead ahead. Van Durken tried to cut through the D. Couldn't do it. Sales one hand paddles it away. And now here's a puck up top. Glukariev with a one-time and a glove save. Sales. And Lowell accosted by Jurgenite. Now Popov and Lowell, words for each other. Four fresh penalty killers out. It'll be Patrick Marcinkiewicz along with Wilson. And then Razilov and Della Savita. Face off, wrapped up on the dot before it's pulled back by Wilson. Wilson loops out from behind his own net, tries to feed it ahead, looking for Marcinkiewicz hanging at the far blue line. Athens will glove it down at center and send it back in. Neely leaving it for Lowell on the right wing side. They try to cycle, puck rimmed around. Patrick Marcinkiewicz fed it back behind the net. Della Savita runs it around the glass out of play. And that actually knocked something onto the ice as Razilov comes over. Not entirely. Oh, it's a chuck-a puck. Got caught in the netting. Ended up on the ice there. Lord for the face-off now with Dominic Marcinkiewicz. 58 seconds to go on this penalty kill. Lord wins the drawback, throws it around to the near side. There's nobody over there, though. That allows Shinkarik to walk down the wall. Mack into the slot, bounces away, and it's sent on down the ice. New D pair out here. Bedard steps out with Jurgenite. And Mack the other way. Here's a chance weaving in Milan to the left side. They'll bank it up top. Mack gets it across Maillet into the slot. Virgili pressured immediately, coughed it up. And Dominic Marcinkiewicz over to Lord. He'll use the glass. Bank it to center. Dominic Marcinkiewicz up in the bouncing puck. Corrals at center. Chopped off a stick now. Milan quickly back on the right side. Leaving it off for Virgili. Virgili down to Milan. Milan behind the net. A backhand feed up top. Taken away by Carl. Carl flips it ahead too far for Dominic Marcinkiewicz. And down it goes. PD does kill it off, and they are 8 for 8. Puck dumped down the ice, and that is icing as Bedard back for the touch with 2:12 to go in the third. Not only are they 8 for 8 on the penalty kill, which, by the way, is simultaneous. Oh, at center, Powell just jumps Popov, and now Popov and Powell. You've got to be kidding me. So Popov is like, I've had enough of this, you clown. And unfortunately, Popov spins down to the ice, pulls Powell down with him. I mean, Kyle Powell is not playing hockey. He just wants to be a pro wrestler out there. That's just sad. Went after Popov again, like jumped him. And that time, I mean, Popov had to respond that time because he was going to get punched in the face if he didn't. mean, they probably should give Powell an instigator here. I don't know if they're going to, but they should. It doesn't do much at this point, but and indeed they do. So that's going to carry a misconduct with it as well. So that's going to put PD onto the Chick-fil-A power play for the 5th time tonight, where they're 1 for 4. Van Durkin's going to serve the extra 2 for the instigator. So it's going to be Wilson out with the Marcinkiewicz twins, Razilov and Lord. And Wilson, nice job to kick the puck back. Ends up with Razilov onto the right side. Here's Dominics, top of the circle. Into the right corner, Patricks. Patricks in front of the net, a shot, save made, rebound around to the left point, kept in by Razilov. Over to the right side, Dominics. He'll back up. Give himself some space. Cross ice. Lord up top. Razilov lets it go. Tipped in on goal, and the save made by McPhail. Boy, Razilov stepped into that one, snapped his twig in half, and still got decent velocity on it. And as it was fluttering towards the net, Wilson got a tip and made it an even more precarious save for McPhail, but he does make the stop. Stays 7-3 Athens. Face-off side of the net, played around by McPhail. And Johnson will move it through center. Sent down from there by Lowell, and he's going to turn and head off the ice. Razilov will pick it up from Sales, and he'll try the left wing. Marcinkiewicz wheeling along. Patricks in over the line, cuts through the D. Right wing, flips it in front. Wilson tied up as he tried to get his shot away, and the puck is cleared out. 1:18 to go here in the third. The power play is only slightly less than the clock in regulation here. There's 1:08 to go now in regulation. Dominic's Marcinkiewicz, left side, carries it in, looking in front. Wilson, just a little too far in the pass. He'll pick it up. Final minute here in the third. Right side, Patricks. Dominic's in the corner, back to Patricks. Patricks to Dominic's. Patricks, Razilov, Lord walks in, wrister, save McPhail, and he holds on. And now we get a little bit of shoving with Lord and Walker eyeballing one another. And of course, everybody always wants a piece of anyone named Marcinkiewicz. 46.1 seconds to go in the third period, 34 seconds to go in the power play for PD. Face off outside the Athens line. Still have too many guys out there on the ice. Now they get down to 4. Draw one back, and the Rock Lobsters will send it down. Sales, leave it at the side of the net. Miguel Diaz will swing by. Gives it to Legkov. Legkov moving through on the right wing into the Athens zone. Chasing it into the corner as it was swiped off his stick. Set up behind the net. Legkov out with it, around to Carl. Carl on the left half wall, up top to Miguel Diaz, 20 seconds left. Right side, Legkov. Miguel Diaz through traffic, a shot of the Sam McPhail, he holds on. Just 4 seconds left in the power play and 16.2 in the game. Side check. directing Carl to the top of the circle behind him off his left hip. Wants to pull that puck right back to him. Tied up, though, by Athens. Puck does drift behind the net. Power play comes to a close. Cleared around, but not out. Held in. Carl with a wrist shot. Save McPhail. Again, a whistle. This time with 7.4 seconds left to go in regulation. Don't forget to stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Gorgat Distilling. We will run down the scoring for you in this one, plus an out-of-town scoreboard update coming your way, and we're going to look ahead to tomorrow night. Draw one again by PD. Towards that left point, it does get out over the line. That's offside. They blow it dead. 3.2 seconds to go here in the third. That's going to send the vast majority of folks heading to the exits. Slap down the ice to end the game here, right off the face-off. And the Athens crowd, those that stayed to the end, on their feet to applaud their team. And the PD IceCats over to console goaltender Matt Sales. Tough loss tonight for PD. This one in the books. We're going to move it on into post-game show mode. The Gorgat Distilling post-game show on the way next. Athens wins 7-3. We're back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
In Hawaiian culture, food is more than just a meal. It's how we show love, connect with one another, and carry on tradition. At Aloha Kitchen, our mission is to share that with everyone who walks in our doors. Our dishes serve the bold flavors of Hawaiian food and the true spirit of aloha. Where Southern hospitality meets Hawaiian aloha, that's Aloha Kitchen.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here on IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you into the Gorgat Distilling post-game show, wrapping up the scoring from this one in a 7-3 loss for the PD IceCats here tonight. Let's rewind it all the way to the first period. Just 1:24 in, the scoring bonanza started for Athens. As the first goal of the game, Brandon Walker with a shot that kind of sneaks its way in short side to make it 1-0, just 1:25 into the hockey game. Assist going to Neely and Van Durkin. PD would tie the game up at 1 at 13-14. Patrick Samarson-Kevics, his 16th of the season from Wilson and Lord. That was a power play goal, and it tied the game at 1. But before the end of the frame, two more goals for the Rock Lobsters. At 15:20, Dumas with his first of 3 on the night, and at 18:30, Max scores to make it 3-1 at the break. 4-1, only 1:46 into the second period. Dumas with his second of the evening. And then it became a 5-1 game at 11:01. Jesse Lowell with the marker. But PD would come back to make it a 5-2 game, an even strength marker on an individual effort from Houston Wilson as he steals the puck away in his own defensive zone, races down the ice, turned into a 3-on-1 as he was joined by the Marcinkiewicz twins, but Wilson with a great shot. High glove on McPhail, beats him to make it a 5-2 game. That's the way the period would end. Into the third, once again, an early goal. The Rock Lobsters scored within the first 2 minutes of each period of play here tonight. Dumas completes the hat trick at 1:55. Then at 3:25, Wilson scores again. This time, it's a shorthanded goal from Dominik's Marcinkiewicz. And Wilson, 2 goals and an assist tonight for a 3-point night. Good night for him, but unfortunately overshadowed by the loss here, as Mack would score his second of the evening at 7:16. And that would be the final in this one, 7-3 in favor of Athens. Shots actually finished tied in this one for the first time this season, 36 apiece between the two teams. Power plays, PD goes 1 for 5, and Athens finishes 0 for 8. We'll take a break here in the Gorgon Distilling postgame show. When we come back, out-of-town scoreboard time. Stay tuned. A whole lot more coming your way here in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Margarita's Mexican Restaurant, where every dish is a celebration of taste. Tomlinson Sales. Get your PD IceCat apparel here. 7 locations to serve you. Something to Remember Wedding Productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told. And the official video graphic designer for the PD IceCats.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes, bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
For more than 85 years, Tomlinson Sales Company has proudly served customers across South and North Carolina. As a proud partner and the official outlet store of your PD IceCats, stop by to check out exclusive IceCats merchandise, plus an ever-changing inventory that makes Tomlinson a must-stop destination. Visit them at 1309 East Palmetto Street in Florence and discover the PD's hometown store. Tomlinson Sales Company, where great service, trusted brands, and community pride come together. That's Tomlinson Sales Company, 85 years strong and still serving the Carolinas.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings, we've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories, it deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to Remember Wedding Productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
IceCat fan.
And we're back here on IceCats Hockey in the Gorgon Distilling postgame show. We're going to step aside 10 seconds along our IceCats broadcast network for station identification. Back here on IceCats Hockey. I want to thank everybody for tuning us in, no matter if you're on the Cumulus radio side of things or perhaps you're on the YouTube side. By the way, if you're here, like, follow, and subscribe, and you'll get some information every time we drop something new on the YouTube side. Click the thumbs up button. Well, not only does it help us with the algorithm, but it also helps you find more great hockey content as well. Okay, final check back of this out-of-town scoreboard here. And at last refresh, we actually started a little bit earlier than just about everybody else in the league tonight. So not a lot of games. In fact, nobody has reached completion, even though I feel like this game did take a long time. Danbury's got a 3-2 lead late in the third period over the Watertown Wolves. Binghamton 3-1 up on Twin City, and just as I tell you that game is now registering as final. So Binghamton wins over Twin City tonight. Blue Ridge and Columbus are tied at 4 late in the third period. They appear to be headed to overtime. Baton Rouge with a 2-1 lead on Monroe. That one after 2 periods of play. And Biloxi 7-3 over Topeka. That one early in the third. NHL third period action. Caps 4-1 over the Blackhawks. Jets 5-1 up on the Kings. Maybe finally the Jets are going to break the schneid. Meanwhile, Mammoth with a 1-0 lead over the Blues. That is in the second period. Nick Schmaltz, his 15th of the season. College football, one game, but a big one. The college football playoff semifinal at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Indiana is running roughshod over number 5 Oregon, 42-15 late in the third quarter. So that's our final check of the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to be back at it again tomorrow night. A 7:05 puck drop means a 6:50 pregame show right here on both the Cumulus Radio, IceCats Broadcast Network, and on the YouTube side as well. So no matter how you're tuning us in, and we definitely appreciate you tuning us in, we appreciate you being here. Tough loss tonight. Athens wins at 7-3 over the PD IceCats. For Aiden Mulholland, my executive producer, this is Tom Callahan saying thanks for joining us and good night.